Gangsta Greed, hope you're sorry. This is your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this is motherfucking Drink Chats Podcast. Make some noise! And right now, if you enjoy hip hop, if you enjoy music, period, this is hands down one of the top producers, one of the top artist development persons in the world. The man has took people from nobody and made them superstars. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. I'm talking about over 10 times. He was the guy with the go-to hits. At one point, if you didn't have a JD record, you just wasn't lit.
Atlanta on his back, too.
Oh, yeah, he definitely put Atlanta on his back. Atlanta's running hip-hop. Right now, we got motherfucking one of my favorite producers in the world, Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
JD, make some noise!
Hey.
Now, off top, Criss Cross just turned 25. Their album just turned 25.
Yeah.
Like, how is that? How did that feel?
It don't feel like it's 25. It's just, nah, but it's crazy because like that's I never thought it would even be something that people even care about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for people to still care about it, and that's my history. You know what I mean?
And they're grown folks now,
Yeah,
right?
One of them passed away.
Yeah.
Chris
Oh,
Kelly.
word?
Yeah,
Damn.
rest in peace. Yeah, Chris
God
Kelly
bless.
passed away. Yeah,
God bless.
Rest in peace.
So now, JD, you have such a remarkable reputation. Like you work with kids, yet you've never had no allegations of doing no crazy shit. Like no R. Kelly shit around you at all.
No,
Your shit is super clean.
Yeah,
like people give you their kids.
I think
People
it's even
taking
offensive
their
you
kids.
even go
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like if people give Jermaine their kids. They
yeah.
say, yo, look, take my kid and make him a star.
Please,
This
please
shit is
take
real,
it.
and you
Yeah.
never I pay attention to the rumors just because I'm in this same industry. You have a clean reputation. It's nothing. Like you're just really there to make stars.
Yeah, I guess.
And how is that though? Like how is that? Because I can see the change in Bow Wow. Like I was too young to see Criss Cross, right? But on Bow Wow I would go backstage and I would see you guys, and I seen him go from a kid to an actual grown man. Now how is that to see the transition when you see people?
I mean, what's really funny is that when you speak about the kids, I only ever worked with 2 kid artists.
Criss Cross and Bow Wow.
Criss Cross and
That's
Bow Wow.
enough.
Right. But everybody thinks that's all I work with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, really, both of them, just watching them grow up, you know what I mean? It's like having a kid, you know what I mean? Like you see them and you watch them grow.
And the brat was quote unquote, she was a teen.
Yeah, they all was teenagers.
Yeah.
Everybody
was at that
everybody.
time.
Escape, Jagged Edge. Everybody's been teenagers.
And you started young too. You was dancing with Houdini and
yeah, 12.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
God damn it. That's hip hop right there.
Dancing with Houdini.
He said dancing with Houdini.
That's real right there.
Yeah.
That's real right there, man. So you you and Outkast to me was like the first people like stepping up for Atlanta, showing people that, because at this time
And for the South.
at this time, but
sense,
you from Miami, he's from Atlanta. I'm from New York. At this time, us in New York, we always thought it was like Bammers and that y'all was slow. And then you came out with your music, Outkast came with the music, and we realized, oh, they're pretty much the same as us, just with a little accent.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like seeing Atlanta be at the forefront of hip hop now? You ever thought this day would come?
I mean, I think it's amazing because Criss Cross was actually the first, rappers to bring platinum music to Atlanta, basically, as far as the rap goes.
So there was bass artists coming out of Atlanta too.
Yeah, I mean,
during
all
the
the
Two Live Crew era and stuff.
all the
Yeah.
So Def bass
Yeah.
All Stars was my artist too.
Right.
But I'm saying, as far as like, Criss Cross first album, they sold 8 million records. You know what I mean? So it's like they was the first people in Atlanta to create what y'all see right now.
Right.
Hold on. You can't just say 8
Yeah,
million records
yeah.
lightly like that.
And that doesn't
Let's make
happen
some noise for 8 million records, goddamn. And how old was you at that time?
I was 17.
What?
Yeah.
You sold 8 million records and said, goddamn, let's make some noise for him again, goddamn. I don't even know how to count that.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of money at 17. So was it ever a time where you went like you realized that, you're not yourself no more? Like you got Hollywood basically ever once?
Nah. Cause I had this. I always had people that seemed like they didn't, they wanted to check me You know what I mean? Because I was so young.
Right.
So I always had to deal with the young thing. Like I'm the young nigga, so everybody think they got one up on me. So I was always out here to just try to prove myself constantly over and over again. So like when I was mixing, I was excited like that one day. What you talking about? Like I was on my Hollywood shit at the studio, and I was excited. Criss Cross was #1, and Bruce Springsteen was like #2, and
that's crazy.
like
right
we was popping
for
right?
hip hop. That's
and I was running around the studio just really excited, and it was like the first day I met Babyface, and Babyface was at the studio, and he came in and he was like, I was like, oh shit, it's Babyface. He's like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, yeah, you got that little record, Jump, huh?
Jump. Let Mac Daddy make it. Jump. Let Daddy Mac make it. That nigga's too young over there. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I had a moment.
He hit me with the Little record. And I'm like, Little record, nigga, we popping. Like, what you talking about, right? That's where I was at. But then he hit me with the, you got a little record. This pop is good, right? But he didn't really seem like, it didn't seem like I did nothing to him.
Now, was that towards you or was that towards rap, period, at that time?
No, that was towards me, I think.
Okay, cool.
I felt like it was towards me. I don't know.
Cool. We taking it like that. Okay.
And he was just like, as a producer, songwriter, that don't really mean nothing till you can do it multiple times.
Like you had more to prove.
And when he said that, my Hollywood shit went out the window. Like, okay, Babyface just tried to stun on me.
Right.
I gotta get this nigga back.
Right.
I gotta go working. You know what I mean? So I just, from that point on, I just started like focusing on putting out more and more artists. I wasn't even thinking about nothing else, Hollywood or nothing.
Right.
Just let's go.
All right. That's real right there. Now I gotta ask you about this line. Tretch said, "I gotta see beef with Jermaine because he owes me for the jump shit." What was he talking about?
I don't know.
Naughty by Nature, Trezor?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
He never got. Did he ever get paid?
I don't know. I'm asking
I don't
you.
think so.
But you don't even. What was that about? Like,
nah, everybody thought I stole that song. Like everybody wanted to say I stole a song from somebody. Like I don't know why, but it's just like I said, when you young, it's a young producer, it's young artist rapping, in hip hop at that particular point in time. Young niggas was getting the straight sun, like nah, we ain't letting y'all in, we not letting y'all in. Then the record got super big, and it was like, oh shit, they in.
All right.
What we gonna do, right? So then it was like House of Pain said we stole the record.
Did the records come out the same year?
No, Jump came before House of Pain record.
Oh wow.
But they think that what
was House of Pain record? Jump Around.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
They said that the label, because we signed a Rough House, and Joe Nicolo, basically, Joe the Butcher, basically signed us, and it was his label. So I think they thought that Joe played their version of the song for me, and then I went and redid it. There's people just trying to find shit all the time, and and then N.O.R.E, they did Jump, or they did something before they did.
I don't remember doing this jump.
OPP?
No, they didn't. Yeah, before they did OPP, they used to do this jump thing on stage.
Oh, it was a part of their act, like their
It was
live
a part
show.
of their act, right? So they felt like I took that from them for the song as well.
Oh, okay. Did you ever get together and talk about it, squash it, or anything?
I mean, me and KG was cool the whole time. Tretch just was like Tretch. At that time, it was just like, just Tretch.
Right.
Translation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was like that back then? I didn't know he was like that back then.
It was just Tretch.
Okay,
But yeah, we all, it's all good.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, recently, we had the Hip Hop Honors Awards, right?
Yeah.
Now, they say I'm a hater because they never invite me, right? But that's not what I'm bringing up right now.
But you are.
But they don't invite me, right? Let's just throw that out there.
Y'all
okay?
gotta invite
Let's
N.O.R.E.
just throw that out there. But let me just tell you something. The only part of the show was I didn't appreciate you and Master P sharing that moment. I felt like you needed your own moment. Yeah. I felt like he needed his own moment.
Yeah.
Is that?
Well, I mean, it's my second time being honored, so I think that they was like, probably. I don't know, VH1 probably, if they even thought about it. I did it before where I really, me and Puff performed.
Right.
Bow Wow did Crisscross. Franchise Boys Came. I did like a whole big performance before when I was honored the first time. So I think this time they was just really trying to like show which labels they felt like from the South. It wasn't really about me per se, it was about the labels. So that's why I think we shared it. It was really like what labels they feel like put light in the South.
Okay, you could be humble. I'm not gonna be humble
Okay,
for
okay.
you.
Well,
You deserve your own moment.
All right, well,
they should have had you out there.
All right.
They should have saluted the whole So Def.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were mixing songs. They had Fat Joe and Remy Ma perform with Trick Daddy
Yeah, it was like they did like
and
a
Trina.
montage
Like
type
it
of-
made no
like a mixed
sense. It's like I
performance.
feel like hip hop deserves more. Not to diss the hip hop honors at all, but we
100%.
deserve more. I felt like that whole moment should have been a So Def moment.
Yeah.
It should have been like I felt like your artist should have came out and performed for you. You know what I'm saying? At that moment, like all the artists or people that was just fans of you, like even like. You know, I know this is throwing it out there, but even like a Jay-Z will come out and, do Money Ain't a Thing with one of the new young artists. I just felt like they could have did better more because for us going all these years where we're not celebrated, now we living in a times where it's social media, so we can celebrate it. And another thing, this is what I want to tell you. This is what I want to tell you. If what was our guy's names? You know where I'm going. Rap Radar.
Oh, okay.
It
B-Dot.
was disgusting. He said you wasn't top 10 producer.
Oh,
He gotta get. I gotta.
B-Dot
Yo,
said
B-Dot. I said, yo, I don't understand.
You gotta relax.
He gotta relax. Like I wanted you to walk out of the interview. Like I'm not even a hater, but I was just like, JD, leave. Leave. Like you are hands down. Like listen, there was times where, labels would sit around. They'd be like, you need a Jermaine Dupri record. Right. Like this is real shit.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about people had to come and then like what Jay said. He said, "I'm even make your shit tighter." There was a time where you really had to come to see you in order to make a hit. Like you defined the word hit record.
No.
You believe? You believe that.
I think that's a hard. Like I carry that. That's hard.
Yeah, you
Right.
did.
So I never really try to pay too much attention to that. 'Cause
Right.
somebody come to you,
Right.
they come and trying to get a hit record.
Right.
That's you know that. It's not
Right.
even no room for me to even like just be cool and do
Right.
anything. It's like, oh God, they want
Right.
this, they want that, they want
The
this.
results.
I gotta try to get this again.
Right.
You
And you know what I noticed, and maybe you can help me with this, that if you kind of maintain being a producer, you won't ever fall off. Like at some point, they're gonna get tired of the artist because he's the front man. But if you're producing records and you know how to do it, and you maintain a producer can never fall off. Is that true?
Nah, you can if you start like copying your sound.
Copying your
sound,
old sound.
Like
Oh, wow.
like when people would come to me and say, I got a new artist I want. Give me
kind of
give me
record.
some of them Usher records that you
Right,
got. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm never gonna do that.
Right.
Like I would always try to stay away from that. That was made my job even harder, basically, because
Right.
Criss Cross sound like Criss Cross, Mariah Carey sound like Mariah Carey, Usher sound like this, Brat sound like this. Nobody records sounded like I took this
Right.
and gave it to this person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Did-
I couldn't do that.
Did you ever have to be in the studio and Mariah Carey said a wrong vocal and you had to tell her do it better?
Nah, she probably like she's.
I would be scared to death. I'm
She,
like,
by,
damn,
fa-
she
by the way,
fucking up, but let her live it.
she's not that artist. She's cold in the studio. Like,
Wow,
she
wow.
know exactly what she want to do.
Wow.
She telling me like
Wow.
sample this, nigga. This. I want.
Right.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. She hip hop. She hip hop like a motherfucker. Yeah. Now you worked with Jay. Jay made. I'm gonna ask you just random industry stuff. Jay made this album 444 right now. Now, would have loved that album in 25, would I would have loved it at 35? I'm 40. I just turned 40. I love it. But is it because I'm 40? Or is it because it's just a great body of work?
You love it because Jay's rapping. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's rapping.
Right.
That's what you
Going
wanted
in,
to hear him
going
do.
Right. Right.
You want to hear Jay-Z rap? He's rapping.
Right. Right.
Like he's giving niggas bars. He throwing shots. He's doing what we wanted to hear Jay-Z do.
Right.
And then on a different level, like the way N.O.R.E chopped these samples up, it's like this is
Big
new
up to
music.
N.O.R.E.
By the way,
too.
the music sounds like nothing else that's ever came out.
Right. Right.
So you should love it. If you love hip hop, you should cherish this album because it doesn't sound like anything else that's out.
And it made him seem like he wasn't trying to sound like that sound neither. Like so many, it hurts me sometimes when we have legendary artists who are legends. They don't need nothing to add on to their career, and they go to try to, you know, get the new Future sound or the new Uzi vert. I always kind of like hate that because it's like you don't always have to be the same, but you can always just stay in that realm. And what Jay did was completely opposite. It was just like he just did him.
Yeah. I mean, that album was cold to me. Like I said, I think that from a production standpoint, I think it was genius that he went and found one producer.
Right.
Like nobody else has been doing that recently.
Right.
They just did something that was just like
personal.
a mindset of separate than what's going on in the game right now.
You think the way he released the music also has something to do with him having the luxury to be able to do that album the way he did it, like, you know, putting it out through the phones and not having to worry about certain, you know, expectations of releasing records the way it used to be.
I think he had a responsibility that people was holding it to him. Like niggas wanted Jay-Z to come out and rap. Like, yo, let's hear Jay-Z.
Right.
And Jay-Z, let's hear Jay-Z in a way that none of these other little young rappers could. Let's make sure that they don't sound like they could even come nowhere around him, right? He did that. He basically
definitely did that.
Set that tone, like, yo, this what y'all do, this what I do.
All right.
At any given time y'all want to come over here,
Right.
y'all got to get y'all shit right.
All right. Now, let me ask you a question. As a producer, right, you ever gotten to a studio? Hey, Mr. Lee, can you pop one of these bottles? Pop it over there because you know you're not that skilled. Have you ever been in a studio with an artist, any artist, it doesn't have to be hip-hop, and they just didn't deliver and it turned you off?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, JD.
Oh man, I mean it's happened a bunch of times.
Okay.
It's happened a bunch of times. I won't say that it turned me off. It's just it's a learning lesson for me, right? And
Be careful. That's hot.
what is that?
It's some rosé.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess one of the ones that really shocked me the most was that Whitney Houston I was in the studio with. Yeah.
Jesus. Told you. Cámate,
It was
loco.
like on cue too.
Look, that was Whitney right there.
That's what I'm saying, on
Whitney
cue.
said, "Whoop! Put some respect on my name." Go ahead, JD. You was in the studio with Whitney.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
my cadence of writing is I'm a rapper.
Right,
So I
right.
write songs like rap records.
Right.
So I try to get the artists to sing like rappers. You know what I mean? So if you listen like Usher, he basically sounds like he's rapping when he's singing these songs. So my cadence, a lot of times, these older artists, they can't really catch the cadence. And that was really shocking to me. That was like a learning lesson to me that let me know that what I was doing was something that was younger, I guess.
Innovative?
I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But I had Whitney Houston in the studio. I wrote a song for her, and she couldn't catch my cadence. And I was like, I was really fucked up with Whitney Houston. I'm like,
You
she's
wanted
the
to work.
best singer in the world. Like, but she can sing, but that cadence just wasn't what she was used to. So it didn't like make me like I hate this artist, but it really let me understand that what I was doing was something different than what they was used to.
Right. Now, have you ever had an artist get Hollywood on you? Salute. This is to you, man. Right now, this is the JD, Jermaine Dupri. I don't know what to call them. I'm calling them both of them today. All night, goddammit. We celebrating your life, we celebrating your career, and we celebrating you. Make some noise, goddammit. Like, have you ever got an artist
like
get Hollywood on you? Like you know, come to the session late, come there and just not perform and just, you know what I mean? Just, you know, drink some Hennessy and you like, man, I remember you from the beginning and now you just, you know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't never. I mean, nah. Cause I'm really, when it comes to the studio shit, I'm really like, I'm way different than any other producer. Like I don't like people in the studio when I'm working. I don't be with the girls in the studio. I don't be with none of that. I'm trying to get the work done. Right. So a lot of people don't really. A lot of artists they think my shit is too like cookie cutter. But I mean that's how I do. That's how I've been doing forever. Right. And so it's really like straight to the point when I go to the studio. I don't really have nobody come like too loose.
Right.
I mean, I done had situations in the studio that's crazy though.
Right. Let's get to it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Jack.
I mean, I thought about this one on the way over here, and I never told nobody about this. I know you wanted this story.
Yes, please, I want it. Yes, I don't know what it is, but I want it. Goddamn it, let's go.
I was in the studio with Big, right? And the first time I ever seen Biggie, the first time I ever seen anybody not write their lyrics down. This was before Money anything.
Yo, but keep it real. I don't want to cut it, because I'm definitely not cutting up the story. But isn't it scary to see a motherfucker just go like this in their head? They be like, that's how people write rhymes without, they be like, and it's like, yo, the first time.
You're going even further. Big never mouth nothing.
Oh, okay, damn.
Big would smoke 10 blunts, listen to the beat, and never mouth one time.
Oh, he not even bobbing either?
I mean, he bobbing.
Oh, okay.
But he never was like
Crazy.
Never, not one time. I'll sit there and watch them.
right.
I'm like, I gotta see how you do this, because by the way, I wasn't doing this. I was still writing my raps on paper, but I saw this firsthand by him. And
Very
I'm like,
first time.
I'm like, I gotta learn how to do this shit. Like, how do you?
Oh, you know how to do that shit?
How do you? Yeah, I don't write
know how to
nothing
do
now.
that shit.
I don't write
All right,
anything
go ahead.
now.
Oh
So
yeah, I'm
it's
special
like,
education.
how do you?
So sorry. my
I'm
bad.
like, how? So, and he's not talking to you by while he's doing this. He's like, C's, roll another one. Let's roll another one. And I'm like, this nigga's chain smoking blunts, and his verse is done right there. And he like, yo, put the mic up, I'm ready. And I'm like, when did you write the rap?
All right.
And he was like, I got it in my head. And he go in the vocal booth. It's not like he's experimenting with a flow.
Yeah,
he knows exactly. Like it sounds like he was out there rapping, but he didn't do it. So that studio session was this song called "Just Like Me" with Usher, right? So what he did was he wrote the rap for Lil Kim. And Lil Kim, at this particular point in time, this was the time when Big, I'm thinking he fucked Kim's sister, right?
Okay,
This is in the music though.
Okay, in the music, okay.
This is in the music. And she found out about it. So she was upset when she came to the studio about this. And he couldn't really get her to do the rap. And me and Usher was just, we was there, young, watching what's going on, and Big pulled the strap out on her.
On Kim?
Yes.
And to lay the verse? Or just...
Just let her know he was a killer.
Oh my God. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, I was about to say he was a serious CEO. Like, you gonna get this verse.
No, that was part of it.
Oh, okay,
For
okay.
real. Like,
Damn.
real shit. Like,
Damn, niggas assigned to Big. You gotta watch yourself.
She was upset
Wow.
and really couldn't do the
Was
verse.
she wilding out though?
Huh?
Like, was she wilding out?
Yeah, like, she came, but she didn't really want to come because she was upset.
Right.
And he was like, yo, we got JD and Usher here. You can't be acting like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? And it just went around for a minute. Like you said, it was that kind of deterred the studio session, but it got to a point where she really couldn't do her rap.
Wow.
So he pulled out the studio, and they went into the hallway. And in the hallway, I thought they was gonna go out there to talk, so I just went out there to watch and see what's going on. I went out in the hallway, followed them out in the hallway, and Big and they start having an argument. Her and Big, they have an argument, and it got so heated that he asked his man C Gutter. He said, "Give me the gun." And I was like, "The gun? Fuck you about to do with this?" And he was gonna shoot her. Right in the hallway.
This is crazy.
I don't even know if you were worthy of that story.
Yeah, this is crazy.
That's one of my crazy stories.
Definitely
I'm
crazy.
befuddled, beloved. I'm gonna ask you to hit the weed. I know you never hit the weed. You might have hit the weed. You don't smoke. Do you?
Nah,
Okay. I knew you wasn't gonna smoke though. But now, let's speak about the Don Julio. Where's it at? Y'all trying to hide it now?
You scared him into
We about
hiding.
to bring that out,
No,
and I'm fucking drinking.
Yeah.
this.
I just want to know because this is a very distinctive drink. Where's the
Other
bottle
nigga
at?
Bow Wow just came in here.
Oh,
There
that's
go
what I'm
Bow Wow
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Pull the chair up, baby.
There go Bow Wow right there.
It's his interview. I ain't drinking.
Nah, you drinking, goddammit. Come on. You had a rough night. You always have a rough night. Sit
Yeah,
down.
we had a very bad. We had a very long
This
night.
shit I told you don't
Talk
let
about-
Lil and them give you this shit.
I'm not drinking that.
Nah, where's the dog Julio at? Is it on there?
Oh my God.
JD,
Okay,
listen.
I gotta stop this.
Okay.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop this.
No, I didn't. Yo, E, you closer to it. Can you grab that?
I gotta stop that. We're gonna get the Don Julio.
Yeah.
out.
So look, let me ask you something, right? This is our 100th episode. This is our 100th episode.
Oh,
So we really
oh.
every episode is funny to me because I think I know the artist because I've been in this game 20 years, so I think I know the artist.
Yeah.
So I pretty much say what I think the artist is going to order, like to drink. Like I knew Bow was going to order Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a relationship with Pup or not, that I knew that. But when you said Don Julio, 1942, you are the only guest who's ever requested this. Now, I know this is some rich shit, because I got a homegirl named Mona, and she goes to the club, and she takes $70 shots of this shit, goddammit. Let's make some noise for $70 shots.
Yeah.
So I need you to break this down for me. Tell me why is this special?
I mean, this just I mean, if you're gonna drink tequila, I mean, it's a lot. Like, let me say this: it's not the only tequila, but it's just that party tequila. You know
Party
what I mean?
tequila.
That shit look more than a
It's
party.
It's that party tequila. It's like that, and it go down smooth. I could drink a whole bottle of this.
You can drink a whole
Like
bottle of that.
straight-
We
like
gonna try to
straight
see
like
it,
this. I
JD.
done
You know this is the
drink-
drink champs, man. We
Oh,
gonna celebrate.
man.
Yo, Bow Wow, we here celebrating Jermaine Dupri. You know what I'm saying?
See, Bow Wow
This is
getting on
a
it. Bow Wow
prodigy.
getting on it.
Protege.
Oh, that's the first time I think I seen you call.
Because I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm here because I feel, and I know Bow Wow is gonna co-sign me on this fully. I feel like you're a producer that gets more props just worldly as opposed to just hip hop. And hip hop, we gotta praise you more.
Okay.
And if hip hop ain't praising you right, or if they not, I'm gonna praise you. We gonna praise you. Drink Champs gonna praise you. We gonna have fun tonight. I'm gonna drink one shot of that. I ain't gonna kill a nigga at all, but we gonna do it. So now, so this is a smooth. Describe this tequila?
I mean,
to
it's
me.
just like
Shit, describe the bottle.
it's like
Shit look rich.
it's like drinking Don. Like
Don.
like when we first started drinking champagne, we was drinking all kind of. We was trying to see what was going on, right? And I found a safe place with Dom Perignon, like the Dom P, and putting like
By the way, this is rich nigga talk.
Grandma
Everybody
Ye
tune in.
in the top, mix Grandma Ye inside the bottle of Dom P, and it's amazing.
Wait
right?
up. Did he say Grandma Ye in the Don P? Continue the story. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm into this. This is
So
crazy.
we put the Grandma Ye inside the Don P, and it was stupid, right? But then as time went on, we started drinking this rosé.
The rosé.
And it's got a very, very smooth taste. Same thing with this. We started out drinking what was this shit called? What the
Tequila?
the other tequila.
Jose Cuervo?
Huh?
Jose
Patron.
Cuervo.
Oh, silver.
Yeah.
Like Patron. If people started drinking Patron.
People who drink Patron, they like to die at night. Like at night they just die and then they just come back to life. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That Patron just was too harsh.
Yeah, it's too hard. It's
It's
like
too
it
harsh.
goes straight to the bottom of the abyss.
Yeah, it's
like
too harsh.
let me float to the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
takes
you
you
just
to
go
a dark
straight to the
place.
bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too harsh. So then, as we was moving around from the, the Patron, this came about.
So you wanted to stay with tequila is what you wanted to do.
I mean, I didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
I just
No,
kind
no,
of just fell on this.
Right,
like,
right.
I'm gonna be honest with you, JD. As a real drinker, you just described yourself as a real drinker. I did not know
I think
this
that's the
about
first
you.
time someone described liquor the way he did.
Yeah,
on
he
Drink
described
Champs.
He described the mood.
Like a
It was
connoisseur.
moods
Oh,
that
yeah,
came
yeah,
with it.
I
That
mean,
was
I mean,
okay,
I
so you
drank
got a
some.
glass? You got?
I
I'm
need
not a
ice,
tequila
I need
guy.
ice.
You need ice.
I need ice. This hot.
Come on. Yeah, this is hot. Here, let me get the cup because I don't want to put it on the ice with my hand. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I'm still.
need ice too,
I'm
man?
still.
Good.
I'm still
I
fucked
got
up.
some ice. Yeah, see, that's what they don't know.
I'm
man.
still
We had a
fucked
wild
up
night
from last night.
Yeah, we had
Okay,
a
what
wild
happened
night.
last night? Let's get into it.
There's a story there.
Let's get into it.
Let's talk about one part.
I celebrated my birthday last night at Live.
Oh, you a Virgo?
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Oh, Libra, y'all our cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm Virgo. Yeah. Okay, I
right
get along
there,
with.
right there,
Yeah.
right there
Yeah.
together.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so-
Oh, I gotta take a shot to that.
Yeah. Come
Okay,
on,
let me.
come
All
on.
right. Damn, I gotta take some of that.
Yeah, you gotta
All
take
right,
some.
cool.
Take a
I'm
shot.
not a tequila guy. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna start sweating like Sunny DBT.
Here, give me a little. Give me a little.
Oh! I feel like you gotta only take a sip of that because this is
Yeah, no.
expensive.
No, you gotta throw that back.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I am not the tequila pourer,
Buddy.
as you can see. I'm not a great guy when it comes to tequila pouring. So listen, this is your shot for you. This is my first. By the way, this is my first.
I took mine already.
This is my first Don.
Happy birthday.
1942.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee said I had it one time in the club, but I was drunk and I don't remember, so that doesn't count.
Okay.
So let's go.
Cheers. Ooh, that's smooth.
That is smooth.
It's smooth.
It's
I didn't
still-
get that.
It's no, you know what it is? It's that salt that tequila brings, that salty
that
taste.
kickback.
That's the shit that I hate because it
get
reminds me of Mexico. Like when I was like I just woke up in
That
Mexico
on
one
ice
day.
is good then.
Word
I
up.
like on ice is good.
Ugh.
I mean, cold period. This is it to
Yeah.
me. You know,
Yeah, you could sip. That's when I hear that be a tequila sip. I never understood it, but now I get it.
Now let me ask you, JD, what's your favorite era in hip hop? I like that, right? I like that was a good.
pause.
That's a good. I like.
He's thinking it through.
I'm
He ain't
getting,
gonna
I'm
just
getting
say
better, bro. I got niggas thinking about the question. You know what I'm saying? No, because that's a good question, though, right? It is. I gotta big myself up.
I think like for me it was probably like
Say the '90s.
the last part of the 80s.
Fuck me up with that one. Now, last part of the '80s.
Because of hip hop or because of music in general?
Hip hop and hip hop.
Let's describe that era. Who's the man? We talking about Rakim.
Run
we talking
DMC.
about Run. No, this is Kane.
I'm talking about Run DMC.
Run DMC. Okay.
Big
I'm
Daddy
talking
Kane.
about Big Daddy Kane coming into the game.
Now, what Kane? We talking about Kane with the
Three,
with the-
yeah.
Kane messing with Madonna.
No, that's Hollywood Kane.
That's Hollywood Kane. Yeah, that was
Hollywood
later.
Kane. I'm
Madonna
talking about
came
I'm talking
later.
about Fort Greene Kane.
Fort
okay.
Greene Kane. Ooh.
Yeah.
When
So-
he had the
Yo,
big
have
four
Stephen.
fingers.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's your favorite era in hip hop.
That's my favorite era. I mean, cause I'm you see I got the rope on.
Right.
I'm into that. That's
Right.
my Slick Rick is my favorite rapper of all time.
Wow. Slick Rick, we looking for you.
That's
Yeah,
my
get you.
idol.
Dougie Fresh too.
Yeah.
I just found out that Slick Rick almost shot Big Daddy Kane.
On the
in
bus.
Yeah.
To the bus.
I just found that out.
I just was
Nigga
talking
bust
about
my
that.
head. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, they was like, yeah.
You trying to kill somebody? You try to shoot them on a tour bus like right here?
Right.
Pow.
Wow.
Well, they in the bus. Both.
Yeah, they
of
both
them.
on the bus.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because apparently, sometimes when I do Drink Champs, I don't immediately go back and watch it. But whatever Eric Sherman said,
He said some.
he had, my phone is going crazy. And I just changed my number. People are like, yo, look, he missed this part. And I'm like, no. I mean, he's describing EPMD had problems with Rakim back in the days. They all cool now.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that because I was a spectator at that time. I'm just from the sideline. I didn't even really technically come out to '97. You know what I mean? So me looking at that, and so many people was calling and they told me that story that Slick Rick actually had beef with Big Daddy Kane and actually pulled a gun out and tried to shoot him.
Yeah.
And then they told me that Kane and Rakim had beef. Well, listen, I gotta save it for when they're here. Let's get back to Jay.
And we're gonna have Big Daddy Kane soon and Rakim as well.
So Bow, what is your favorite era in hip hop?
The 90s.
90s?
Top, yeah.
Goddamn, make some noise for Bow Wow. Goddamn.
90s.
Goddamn. Now, why you picked that era?
Because that was like the era where I first fell in love with hip hop.
Any specific time in the '90s? The mid,
like
the late.
anywhere from like 93 to like 96, 93, 97.
That's my favorite era.
Yeah, because I didn't get a chance to really live through the 80s. I had to,
Right.
I had to YouTube all the shit,
Right.
the good shit that was going on in the 80s. But the
Right.
90s, I lived that. That was Death Row, Pac, Snoop, all NWA, everything. I was into that.
See, for me, it was just the creative era
Right.
of hip hop was the best. This is
Right.
like people was trying to do something,
Different.
something
Nobody
different.
sounded like
whatever.
Public Enemy too. We gotta mention them as well.
Like even in the
80s.
90s, we gotta say that even when you came out with original style, there was versions of fake Wu-Tangs, there was versions of fake Mobb Deeps, there was versions of fake MOPs. So they're like the copy me style that people are doing now. Like I can't say that it didn't exist in the 90s.
But it didn't fly in the '90s. That's
Oh no, you got checks
It
for that.
flies now.
Yeah, you got checks for
It
that.
didn't fly in the '90s.
Yeah.
You
But
got-
yeah, so that that era, like, just like identifying all, brands, Adidas, and like what was gonna be what niggas wear to the future. Like just seeing that, and being able to, like you asked that question, and being able to go back and look and say which one I really like. It was that era where people was really like, this what y'all gonna wear down the road. This what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like that's why crisscross to me was so fly to people, because they had all of that flavor, and was like.
How did you discover them?
In the mall, walking through the mall in Atlanta.
You just heard them rhyming?
They wasn't rappers.
Lennox Mall?
They wasn't rappers at all. They never rapped.
Oh, so you just say you guys are gonna rap?
Yeah.
Lennox Mall?
No, Greenbrier.
Okay, Greenbrier.
Yeah.
Did you ever cut them the mall a check? Never, right?
Huh?
Yeah, but did you hear what he said? They weren't rappers.
They wasn't rap. Oh, it was his idea.
He said they weren't
I thought they were rapping at the mall. I'm bugging out.
You just the aura.
They was in the mall and they just looked like grown ass men.
Wow.
At 11 and 12, they was in Foot Locker. And
Were they already rocking the backwards joints?
They was just shopping and they was buying sneakers, and I thought it was a group that had already came out that I ain't know nothing about. Cause the girls in the mall was tripping. Like they had girls at the store buying them shit and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, who are these little guys? And I walked up to them. I'm like, what do y'all do? We don't do nothing. We just kick it. And I'm like. Y'all just kick it. What does that mean? And like they had so much swag, I was just like, they gotta make a record. Somebody you gotta do something. I mean, I seen it immediately. Like they just had this aura about them. And then we went back. Once I met them, I mean, we talked. Then we went back to my house and we started creating the idea. And then it was like, everything was about gear. Like everything was about wearing clothes, starters, and all like whatever fly shit.
Cross colors.
Yeah, all that. Everything was about
damaged jeans, Pepe.
Everything. Well, not Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe was hot at one point, JD.
I ain't fuck with Pepe.
It sounded Spanish, so I had to be down with it. You know, I'm half Puerto Rican, you know what I mean? But go ahead. Damn, Pepe wasn't hot for real?
I ain't touched Pepe.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
So they was just trying to figure out clothes, and then it was like one day, the light skinned Chris Smith came to the house, and he had this big ass Jabot jumper on, and the jumper was so big that you could actually spin around in it and not even like. It was so big, it was like the oversized. So I was like, yo, you should flip it around backwards, cause it was already so big and it wouldn't make no difference anyway. You couldn't tell, and our barometer was the mall. You know what I mean? I found him at the mall, so we was gonna go back to the mall and see if this worked. So. He put his jump on backwards, and we went to Lenox Square. And we went to Lenox Square with they still ain't had no record. They still ain't had no record. We went to Lenox Square, and he had his jump on backwards, and the whole mall was acting like they never seen nothing like this ever in their life.
They're not famous.
They're not even famous. Okay. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? How is this possible?
But what were people doing? Like
they was just like, oh my God, what is this? What y'all got on? I'm like, it's just a regular ass jumper turned around backwards.
Was it cross color?
No, it was Jabot.
Oh, Jabot. Okay, you remember Jabot's?
And they was freaking out. So then from that point, I was like, okay, we gonna wear our clothes backwards.
Right.
We still ain't have no song though.
Right.
So it's like, we gotta get a song to go with this. If I get a hit record to go with this, y'all gone. That's what I just kept telling them. Like, it's over with. They ain't have braids or nothing. We just start like just trying to figure it out. Wow. Like, okay. I had braids.
Real artist development here.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it was like, just really just like trying to, and Left Eye from TLC, that was my group before they got signed to LaFace. Oh, sure. So Left Eye was living at my house. That's great. And,
rest in peace.
And so it was
drink
me.
Some more, please. Yeah, because you going in, baby. Some shit you going in, baby. Please drink some more.
Yeah, so Left Eye was living at my house without my mother even knowing she lived there. She lived inside my house.
Before TLC?
Yeah, before TLC. Oh, TLC was my group. They was called Second Nature.
But when she lived with you, though?
and Left Eye.
Okay.
Right? But Left Eye stayed with me. And she was on the, like, trying to get an image thing all the time, like the patches and the condoms and all that shit. We was there every day just we was doing shit to ourselves that, like, cut our whole eyebrows off. Like, we was doing crazy shit just to try to be, like, figure out what we could come up with to stand out. Right. And she was partially part of helping me, develop Crisscross at that.
Now, I seen you on a reality show. I forget which one it was, but they brung you a white kid, and I think he sung for you, and you said this kid has talent immediately, right? And I imagine that's how you felt, because this is how you just described Crisscross. You seen them and you knew it. Have you ever been wrong and said, I don't see it, and then the person goes and blows up? Yeah? Oh, damn, Bow. Damn, my nigga. Go ahead, Bow. What's going on?
I won't say that I want to see
the difference. I want to see what you say and he said.
I wasn't wrong.
Okay.
But the people around me was wrong.
Okay, let's get to it.
Right? So
because I didn't know what you mean just now.
Sound like a Trump answer.
So and
It did sound like a Trump answer,
so listen,
JD.
so like
Okay.
John Madden, I don't know what year it was.
You gonna sign John Madden?
2000.
Fucked up, you said.
John Madden
Nah,
2000.
fuck it.
This was the first time they wanted to put rap music in the video game. They
okay.
never had rap music in the
Okay.
video games.
Okay.
So they came to me, they was like, yo, we want you to make an intro for John Madden. And I ain't had no artist. I mean, I had artists, but I ain't think that my artist was like animated enough.
Right.
And it was this guy that was on the radio named Chris Level, right? And he was making these animated as commercial sounding radio things.
I know where this is going.
So
I think so.
I went and got him. He was in my neighborhood. I went and got him. I said, yo, I'm gonna put you on this John Madden video game. And I basically signed him at that point. Like I co-signed Chris
Ludacris.
Level,
Yeah.
right? And he was on the John Madden. They sold whatever, went on John Madden. That shit popped. And at that point, I went back to my office and I asked everybody in my office, I said, yo, we should sign Ludacris? And everybody told me no.
But he was Chris Level at the time.
He was Chris Level.
And everybody, the whole staff told you no.
Everybody was like, it's animated. It ain't really, we don't know what that's gonna be.
But animation rap was hot at that time because we had Busta Rhymes. I
Yeah.
would consider Busta Rhymes somewhat of an
very
animated.
animated.
Redman, somewhat of an animated
Very,
rapper.
very animated. I mean, I was into it. But at the same time, I was dancing between trying to be an executive and letting the people at my office actually do something.
Wow.
Right? So I asked people, and they was like, nah, we don't really know about that.
Wow.
And to this day, I'm mad because that was my artist.
Was he already rolling with Shaka at that time?
Huh?
With Shaka?
Yeah, of course. They've been together. Yeah. So I mean, that's the only one, and I wasn't wrong because I used him. I already had put him on the John Madden, so I knew what he was.
Cool.
I just didn't react like I should have.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Hey, fun fact. I'm in John Madden 2002.
Okay, goddamn it, high five. Goddamn it. Bow Wow, you
Special
look like you
team.
want to go in.
Hip-hop
Come on,
team.
Bow Wow.
I was waiting for you to light the blunt or something.
Okay, I got here. You got your own blunt, baby. We blew up. We in Wynwood now. You came. Look, Bow Wow came to us. Bow Wow, we listen. We got new microphones.
Nah,
we
see,
in
we
Wynwood
brand
now.
new over here.
Yeah, we
See,
brand new, B.
I was gonna say, it's a couple artists that JD could have
Say
signed.
roll it
Don't
up.
tell me he was supposed to sign Jeezy.
Oh.
Nah. What's it? I threw that in the air.
No. What you got?
Mo.
What you got?
Little Mo?
Nah, Nelly.
No. Oh, you fucked
Early
up, JD.
on.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah. Who brought him to you? Cool Love.
Yeah,
cool
Cool.
to Love from up
Cool.
above.
Yeah,
Oh, I know, because y'all was cool. This is true. I know about Ryan. Oh, shit.
Nah, wait. But it wasn't no signing, though. It was like, he brought them to me.
Right.
They came, but it was never like, yo, I don't know. It just ain't never seemed like it was
No,
like
but at that time, I'm going to be honest. St. Louis, it's not even like back on the map. They weren't on the map at all.
At all.
So it was a risk. Because I remember telling Penalty Records, because he used to come there with Cool to Love. Cool to Love had my homeboy who's my man. Now I just met him back then. It was Pierre Cardin. So Cool to Love had brung Nelly to Penalty Records, and I heard this shit, and I was like, I said, listen. I didn't know how to sign anything. I was just getting
He
money.
already had the record too?
If I could have signed, down, baby.
Yeah, did he have that?
I think he was shopping the deal with
That
that.
record?
Yeah, I swear to God, I told Neil Levine, I was like, listen, that's how I knew Nelly. If you listen to that first album, he shots me out 2 times on that album. I had knew him because I went to them because that's the same time David Banner didn't. David Banner was signed to the Penalty and Crooked Letters. Excuse me, you're right. And they wouldn't give them money for their budget. So I said, what? Take the money out of my budget. Didn't know this guy was gonna wind up being David fucking Banner years later. But I told them motherfuckers with Nelly. I said, look, this is different. See, the thing is, a lot of times New York companies couldn't think outside the box. See, me, I would go to these towns. I would go to St. Louis, and I would go hang out in the worst club, the shit where they only give you cups like this. You order a bottle, and they just bring you. They don't give you the bottle. They bring you the shit in the plastic. You like, hold up. Then I order a bottle like, this is that type of place.
Yeah.
Like you can't have a bottle here.
Yeah.
And I was out there. St. Louis is real. Like them niggas was blood and crippin' for real out there.
No,
I told the label, I said, yo, but so you had a chance to do it. I'm sorry. And then he sold 19 million.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Saw the bag.
Right.
30.
Right, 30 million. God damn it.
30 million.
Now, you know you got to be on the Drink Champs too, nigga.
Yeah.
Just send
Mo,
a
you
signal.
gotta come on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn, so you had to sign
That's
this.
the only one.
That's the only one.
It seemed like there was another
Bow. But when I said Jeezy, Bow, you a little bit.
Nah.
But all right. So let me ask you. Speaking of Jeezy, let me ask you, Atlanta. You guys got to see the BMF era, right? Like the beat, that shit was big for us because that was like modern day Alpo, modern day Rich. We've never heard of like these guys, like those type of guys in the South. Like we've heard of like that in Harlem and the Bronx and Queens. So the first time like New York people was hearing a BMF, they're like, what the fuck? But you got you too, right? You got to live that era.
I lived in Atlanta at the time, but I don't think I was old enough to get into the clubs yet. But
Yeah, he ain't
Jermaine was
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, he ain't see it. I seen it.
They
Yeah,
took
I
Miami
missed it.
heavy.
Yeah, I
right?
seen it. I seen it. You know, firsthand. I seen it actually come to life. That's crazy. That's even like the 50 Cent. I hope that he really got the story the way it's supposed to be. Like they should have called me. I seen the shit from scratch, like day one. Like before it was even like a crew like this. I know. You know, Meech used to be in the club with me.
Right.
We used to be in the club, and it was just like him and like one person. Matter of fact, I had a security guard that he took from me. My man Big J, he took my security, and that was who he was rolling around Atlanta with. And then like he got this idea to just turn that shit into a gang and make it bigger than what it was just him.
I'm gonna fill up your rose, even though
Yeah,
I think
I
you're not.
can't keep switching now.
Oh, yeah? Listen, this
Drink champs.
listen,
Take another shot.
yeah.
Take another shot at
Yeah.
1942.
We don't want to show you what Puff did on here. We don't want to show you like we can put up the
Jeffrey, was it?
footage.
The Jeffrey?
Yeah, he made a Jeffrey. You know what that is?
Yeah, he mixed
everything.
Everything.
On here and put it in one cup. I ain't gonna lie, I died for 12 seconds. Like 12 seconds, I was like, what's the shit Red Fox used to say? What Red Fox used to say? I'm coming. I'm coming.
let me see. Jeffrey.
No, you don't gotta do that. You ain't gotta do that, JD. Oh, okay. That's. But this is fly though. That's 1942. What's that? 1940.
just made it 1937.
Ooh, you just made it. That's the new Grand Marnier instead of Grand Marnier. You bringing the rosé.
This ain't bad though.
It don't look bad though. I can't even lie. It looks good.
This might be something right here.
So
New drink
1942
alert.
inside of
New
rosé.
drink alert.
Oh
so,
shit.
So now I asked you your favorite era, but what is the most fun you had in music?
Me, the 80s.
The 80s?
Yeah, cause I mean,
But you wasn't really on in the 80s, were you?
I was
Well,
on.
he was
I
touring?
was on tour. But you know, for me, it was like it's a story that nobody else. You know, I like being a part of stuff that I can't share with other people. You know what I mean? Like at 12 years old, I was.
You realized there was a road. That's the end. I realized some pots of
yeah,
gold.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Coogee Rap just took over me. So sorry. This is hip hop. I'm sorry.
At 12, I seen shit that like niggas that's 50 ain't never even seen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like
Haitian people.
that era for me, just like that's where I learned. That's where I saw. You know what I mean? I lost my virginity at 12.
God damn it. Go ahead. Go ahead, JD.
Huh?
Go ahead, JD. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know.
I don't think we ever talk about virginity on Drink Champs. I like that. Let's go.
Plenty
with
of
it.
ass eating,
He
but no
groundbreaking.
virginity.
Hey, we talk about ass eating. No.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not
yeah.
talking about that.
You want to talk about ass eating?
Yeah, I don't even talk about
All
that.
right, cool.
All right,
Later on. Go ahead.
But yeah, so
2 shots later.
But yeah,
Fucking with you.
that era, just me running around and actually seeing, like you said, going
Right.
to different cities and actually realizing that it's other stuff going on besides where I was at, right? So that was just like the most fun for me. It was just like, I got a chance to actually really just like run around and see shit and be on tour with Run DMC and Fat Boys and Grandmaster Flash and Houdini at 12, 13, 14 years old. I don't know what's better than that.
Now, as a person, I could tell. I know you love music just from your discography, but was you ever frustrated with music? Was there ever one time when you was like, man, fuck this shit? Like,
yeah, as far as not frustrated with music, just frustrated with the fact that the way people looked at Atlanta. You know, like you said already about the Bama, like I was catching that. I had a group before Crisscross called Silk Times Leather. It was 2 girls that was on Geffen, and they was like the girlfriends of Houdini. And I
in real life?
Huh?
Or no?
Yeah, real life.
No, words?
Real life.
That's ill.
You thought it was an act?
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was as an example.
No,
like,
no,
you know what I mean? Like,
real life.
female version of Houdini.
Real life. They was the girlfriends of Houdini, and they happened to live in Atlanta. I met them on tour when I was young. And like, oh, you live in Atlanta? Yeah. Okay, well, shit, when I get back home, let's kick it. And then I got this idea about them. But when I was putting out their records, I used to go to New York and have to give my record to like Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out. And I think I remember Chuck Chill Out saying like, man, I can't really play this country shit.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Like something like that.
Wow.
And I just was like, that's when I really like, oh, I'm gonna make this nigga, he gonna change his words.
But is that how you developed like being global? Because like when you hear a Jermaine Dupri record, it's like it's for everybody.
Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't want to be stuck like that. You know what I mean? Because I felt like I said, I was the one taking the hardest shots. Outkast wasn't out when Crisscross came out. You know what I mean? They wasn't even. They actually Outkast told me they tried to sign us So Def. That's one group that I didn't. I never.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, JD, man, we gotta take a shot to that. Wait up, hold on, hold on. You had a chance to sign Outkast?
But I ain't know.
Okay.
They said they was calling my office, but I ain't, you know,
Right.
it wasn't never no meeting like that.
Right.
They was
Oh,
just
so they didn't have a
calling.
buzz in the neighborhood? I would think, because back then, that's how
Probably
artists
everybody in
used to be.
Atlanta was trying to get at
Like,
you.
no, but I'm saying artists back then, you had to have a buzz in your actual neighborhood before you even got to any offices anywhere. So I would think Outkast had like a buzz in their local hood.
I mean, I'm finding out a bunch of, like, Flo Rida was with us last night. Flo Rida also told me that he came to Atlanta, came to my office and tried to get me to sign him.
Right.
And
Wow.
I never met him at that
Wow.
time. So, so there's a lot of that going on. But
Wow.
anyway, like, Crisscross was the first rap group to go in, like I said, from a platinum standpoint.
Right.
So it was nobody else there. So we was taking all of the heat as like, these little young niggas, country niggas from Atlanta, blah, 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 blah. And we was getting that. So I was just determined to like, change people's mind from that place.
Right. So after Crisscross, you run into a female from Chicago. How did you link up with the Brat? How did that happen?
Well, Escape came after Crisscross.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, you can't forget Escape.
Okay, let's go to the Escape. Then we
Escape-
go to the Brat.
Escape,
Okay.
yeah, Escape,
Then we go to the Bow Wow.
Escape came first.
Okay.
And Escape, they came to my birthday. I had a birthday party in like my neighborhood, and they came and they sung "Happy Birthday" to me.
But you knew the group or somebody
Nah,
brung them
yeah,
to sing
this
Happy
guy
Birthday?
Ian Burke, he brought them to my house and let them sing "Happy Birthday" to me. I ain't even had no label at this time. They came and sang, and I told them that day, like, yo, when I'm gonna get a label deal. When I get a label deal, I'm gonna sign y'all as my first group. That's what I told them. And they probably didn't believe me or whatever, but it did happen. That's what happened. So, so that's what the Escape story. Like, they sang at my birthday.
And they lit right now. One of them is a housewife. The
Yeah.
other one is a housewife. And they lit. They lit.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they getting
lit.
it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
getting it
Candy
out
on
there.
the
And
cover
they
of
back
Essence
together
right now.
right now. They back together.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit is good.
Yeah.
I think music should be universal. I think you should be able to do music
Until you can.
until you can't do
Right,
music.
Until
yeah.
you can.
Yeah, I mean, everybody else
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
Then what? What you want to do? Tiger
keeps
Bone?
playing
You gotta
Tiger
relax.
It's time.
You
That's
gotta
what I'm
relax.
like.
You gotta relax.
I told you about
So
that.
now,
That's what you want? You want
No,
to
no, listen.
Hey, you can set it off. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, then, Bow Wow, go
That's
ahead.
the one I
Here you
warned you
go. Here you
about.
go.
yeah.
Well, come on,
We
Bow
do
Wow.
everything
Okay.
on the table. That right there,
Go
that
ahead.
shit ain't normal. I'm not drinking that shit.
All right,
today.
cool, yeah. All right, come on. JD, first of all, let
gotta
me tell you
present
what
it
it is.
to
It's
me.
herbs. It's
Yeah,
no
oh,
side effects.
wait.
This is in the juice bars. You know juice bars
It's
in New
ginseng
York.
on crack.
It's
Please
ginseng, so
explain
you,
it.
It's
you
ginseng
good.
on crack.
You want me to take a shot of that with you
The
too,
same
JD?
way y'all explain that
No,
shit
we
to
all
me.
got to drink it together.
It's very healthy.
No,
It's very healthy,
You
JD.
gotta try this shit.
Yeah, you gotta
bro.
try. All right,
You
I'm with
gotta
Bow Wow
try it,
now.
yo. You gotta
I'm with Bow
try
Wow
it.
now.
You gotta
Goddamn,
try it.
please. All right,
You gotta
Drink
try
change
it.
right to pass
It is a drink.
This
Rick
shit-
Ross did 4. Rick Ross did 4.
Yeah, he did.
50 did 4.
50. Did he do 4? He definitely did it.
No, he did 5 shots. He did
5
5
shots.
shots.
He did 5 shots, but not of that.
Just a shot. All right, come on. Let's get the shot glasses going.
Took my shot glass.
Oh shit! I can't put it in the
You definitely could put it
in the fucking.
What the fuck? I'm about to go. Yo,
Don't worry. Even Amber Rose even. Amber Rose.
That shit is death.
Oh fuck.
I still got tequila in
Look
there.
at
Yeah. Oh. All right, cool. Yo, are you gonna pour the shots?
I'll
E?
pour the shot.
Please pour this. But you gotta be respectful.
No, I'm gonna pour
It's
the shot.
JD and my birthday.
I'm gonna take it easy.
I'm
I'm still riding off my birthday.
A lighter to it is set on fire, right?
Look at that. Yo, and let me tell you one thing. Not only I respect you, but the world respects. The world respects how you stand by your people. Like you always stand by. Even when Bow Wow went a little crazy for a week, maybe 2 weeks.
That nigga got
maybe
away from me,
maybe
but
4
I'm-
months. You still said Bow Wow's my nigga. That's my I love that.
Nah, I wouldn't take no pictures with him.
You wouldn't take no pictures?
When I did the Trump shit. When I did the Donald Trump shit.
He was fucking with Donald Trump. I was like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
don't call my phone.
Oh yeah.
You guys can pass that over.
Now everybody's
All right,
saying,
hold on. E, where's your shot? Oh, you got your own. All right, now look, now we gotta show you how we do it, Jay. This is how we do it. It's the only thing. You shouldn't have smelled it. But this is.
Do not smell it.
Listen, this is the only how we do it. It's eye to eye. It's eye to eye. Come on, you ready? Eye to eye. Eye to eye. You gotta take the glasses off just for this, just a little bit.
But you put it right back on.
Eye to eye. You can put it right back on. Come on, Val.
y'all making me drink the shit?
Yeah.
Shot too.
Yeah, you got a
Nah,
shot.
you gotta drink that.
It's
Come on.
an interview. Nigga, I was warning you.
You
nigga. I
came,
was
now
trying
you
to
in.
set you up.
Yeah, you in. All right. Come on, E. All right.
Nigga wasn't ready for this.
Now this is how we love
Raise
it.
your glass. Raise your glass. Let's go.
JD. Let's go, boy.
Smell it.
Let's go, boy. Let's go. Just go. Yeah. There you go. No, you got to go all the way. Go all the way.
Go all the way.
All the way.
Bow Wow, get yours. Get yours, Bow Wow.
I told you what.
Change your life.
Tiger strikes again.
Change your life.
It's a long way from Don Julio 1942.
Go ahead, Bow Wow. Let's go.
That's Makahaya Bong Bing Bong
Yo.
1987.
Why do niggas drink this?
I ain't gonna
Tell them
lie.
why.
I'm gonna let AFN take
No,
this one.
this is your story, buddy.
Please tell me
This
why
is your
people-
doing.
Why
No,
do people drink
it's actually
It's not
like,
a good story. to
Fuck.
talk
It's
about.
good for your sex drive. It's an herb. Like they say that there's people that wake up in the morning, they take a shot of that, they clean up, go to work, then they come back home and they take a shot of it because it gets you up and it'll also put your ass to sleep. Look at Bow Wow. Listen, goddamn it.
Oh, wait. You said sex drive though. What do it?
This is supposed to
It's,
keep you.
it's supposed to be an
It's
aphrodisiac.
supposed to be. It's not like you walk around like with the Viagra dick. You know, like the Viagra shit where you be knocking shit down. It's not that. It's like, but if you play the game, you'll be ready.
It's an
That's how
ancient
it's happening.
Chinese secret.
If you happen to play the game, you'll be ready. You could go all night.
I might need another one.
Oh,
Then.
yeah, take another. Oh!
Here you go.
God damn it, I'm in.
We're all taking it.
I'm in.
No more. Okay.
That shit's nasty.
That shit is woo.
At least
So-
it's not the version with real tiger.
So let me ask you something. I'm gonna get a little real right now because you did multiple records with Big. Was after Big passed, did because I don't think in hip hop we would have thought that. First off, that using Big's lyrics, that we wouldn't have thought hip hop would have made it this far. And now that hip hop has, we wouldn't have thought that hip hop would have took it there, where actually you could actually die in hip hop. Like how did your life change after that?
I'm in it. I mean, I've been in it since I was 12, so it just feels like the dirt that I come from.
Right.
I seen way more shit than just the Biggie. I mean, I was the craziest part about Big's death is that I was in the truck before I had got in the truck.
With him?
Yeah, I got in the truck because it was L.A.
Right,
and
Soul Train
the
Award.
tension was, everybody was already on like this high alert in L.A. So when we came out the party, I was coming out the party with Big, and Big was like my man. Like he was always looking out for me. So he was like, "Yo, JD, you can't stand out here. This L.A. You can't stand outside."
Big saying that to you?
Yeah, he telling me this because my car hadn't come up yet, so his car was there. He's like, yo, you can't stand outside, yo. You get in here with us, and when you know we whatever, however you gonna do it. So I jumped in I was basically in that truck.
Damn.
Wow.
My car pulled up right before they pulled off.
Wow.
And I got out the truck. And I got in my car. They pulled off, and that's when I heard the shots.
Damn.
Wow. Oh, you actually heard the
I was right there.
he was
in
right
real
there.
life.
Oh, yeah, I was right there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was right there.
Whoa. So how did you start moving different? Was like
Yeah. I mean, we had a whole bunch of that. Like,
Right.
we had like, Tommy Mottola had got us security.
Yeah.
Like,
Because y'all on Sony at the time.
Yeah.
That's the time
we
told
had.
you.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, you had to like, cause you ain't really know. Like, you definitely realized, that it was real. But like I said, shit that people don't know is that beef between Puff and Suge started at my birthday party.
Okay. Whoa.
Segue.
Facts.
Okay. Yeah. 'Cause
Segue.
Okay, but we got to get straight into that. But let me ask you: are you ready for the
Are you ready for this?
Because
Yeah.
this is something that was crazy to me. You ready for the Puff thing?
Yeah,
we
we-
had Puff on Drink Champs, so we wanted you to hear what Puff said.
I heard what he said.
Okay, we're
I already-
gonna play it just for the
I
viewers,
already
for
know.
who's stupid.
You
Yeah.
want them to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
'cause we
yeah.
trying to be professional, JD. Come on.
This is
This is the first time we did
was
this.
hilarious.
This
by
is the
way.
first time we did this.
This was
Yeah,
hilarious.
this is the
Let's-
first
let's hear what
time
Puff said
we
on
did
Drink
this.
Champs.
We trying to be professional.
Go ahead,
They're
go
not
ahead.
allowing
Go
us. Okay. Has your phone? Come on.
Has,
come
that's
on.
an
You're making us
awesome-
look terrible.
Uh-oh.
And you know, homeboy was in the tunnel, and we go and have a conversation. This is time where we run the tunnel, you know what I'm saying? So to make a long story short, you know, this is where the after party's at, of course, at this world famous tunnel. Right. And so then when I ran up and I asked him, and he said, "Nah, I was talking about Jermaine Dupri." And I was just like, wow. Yeah, I was just like, wait, hold on.
Okay. Now let's down. First, I just know your answer from the way you just. Okay, I don't know your answer.
What you want me to say?
I have no
to that?
idea. I don't
No,
know.
yeah, the facts.
to,
What are the facts
Yeah, to that,
as
and then
far
we're
as
gonna
you
get to
know
your
it?
party. The party. What?
Well, I mean, that's when Puff said that Suge came into
Told
the tunnel.
him. Yeah.
yeah.
Came in the tunnel and told him he was looking for me.
Right.
No,
No,
not
no,
looking.
no. That when he said at the Source Awards.
Oh, he
being-
was talking about me.
Right.
Yeah, that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I
which,
guess we got an
Which
answer.
side do you think is a little?
Come on, man. Y'all know better than that. That's not. I mean, we was there. I was there. By the way, like I said, I'm the guy that's been like at the forefront of everybody movement. Me and Snoop was like this. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how
Right.
I came. Like, so me having beef with Death Row never was like that. Wasn't even. Suge was in my office.
All right.
Coming to Atlanta, kicking it, like hanging out at my office. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I invited Suge to my birthday party. Suge came to my birthday party with just him and his one dude.
All right.
I invited Puff to my birthday party. Puff came with the whole Bad Boy crew.
All right.
They had beef from that Source shit.
Right.
But I wasn't ever even thinking like it was no real beef. I wasn't even invited. I wasn't thinking about it like that.
Right.
But the whole night went. The party was great. Beautiful party. Everybody had a good time. Then we went to this after party. We went to the after party. I guess Puff and Suge had some kind of like said something to each other before, whatever, at my party. So they got to this after party. Suge came to the club, and Puff went outside, and they had their words in the middle of what's the street, Maurice? Huh? What street we was on? All right.
Look
Anyway,
at my nigga with the polo pajamas outside. God damn it, Maurice, you killing him out here. That nigga
So-
looked in the mirror before he came outside. I respect you.
So
Yeah.
so anyway, they had like their little words, right?
Right.
And they went outside, and they went in the middle of the street,
They were in the middle with Puff
the
and
middle
Suge?
middle of the street, Puff and Suge,
Wow.
outside in Atlanta. And-
This is at your party.
Yeah.
Is it a calm conversation or they?
No, it's not a calm conversation.
Okay.
But
not
it's a
just them.
It's a very hostile conversation.
Okay.
And their cruise is
Ain't no crew. I mean, Suge
wow.
has got one person.
Oh.
Puff got a crew.
Oh.
Suge got one dude with him.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And all I know is Puff started drinking his champagne while they was talking, and
Drink
I
some
guess
more
somebody
champagne.
must have said something to him. And next thing I know, Wolf, rest in peace, he let off a shot and let off a couple of shots. And Suge Man got killed right there.
Wow.
In Atlanta.
Wow. God
that was the
bless.
beginning of that whole shit.
Wow.
Like, I mean, it started at the Source Awards, but I'm saying for
Like
to
on
get,
some
once
real
it got real.
So you're saying like Big and maybe Pac might have been like.
They ain't even had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, but it affected like it's.
Yeah, it went into that, but they ain't had nothing to do with this.
Right.
This was all like CEO to CEO shit.
Wow. And what Puff are we talking about then? Did he have Big at that time or no?
Yeah, of course.
He had Big,
Yeah,
and then what did Suge? Who was Suge? What
As
artist?
a whole Death Row.
Snoop.
He had the whole Death Row.
Yeah. I mean, this
No,
is
he's
like
saying this after
this
the
what I'm
Source
saying. This is
Awards. He's saying
the-
after he's saying that.
Yeah, this is
I'm
after.
thinking
the-
he's saying
yeah, this is
before
after the
Source
Source
Awards,
Awards.
my
This
bad.
is like it's after the Source Awards, and I I started having these birthday parties where I call people and have everybody come to my birthday. So it's like
Like
I
DJ
had-
Khaled bit your shit because I remember you who did it first. Khaled, big up Khaled, big up the temple shit. I remember it. I'm keeping it real.
So yes, I
He knows
had
that.
everybody come. They came to Atlanta, and this happened at it actually happened at my party.
Wow.
Nobody don't ever talk about that. Nobody don't actually know. This is like probably exclusive for y'all.
Right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exclusive for us.
Yeah,
goddamn.
exclusive for
Goddamn.
you.
You want another shot at 1942? I just feel like, and it's your birthday too, man.
It's Saturday night, and I'm in Miami. I'm gonna take another shot.
Notice I said 1942.
He want the thing in it.
Yeah, let him
I
do
got
it,
you,
please,
I got
because
you,
trust
brother.
me. Yeah, I gotta go in, right?
You
'Cause
said
this
it's
is
an
birthday.
aphrodisiac.
No,
Why
it's
you
Miami.
saying Bow Wow?
Nah, bow. Oh, look, bow. You
I'm
can't-
about to
we
see-
on
I
camera.
wanna see if it's a
for
real-
his birthday. It's for his birthday.
I want to
for
see if
his
it's a
birthday.
real aphrodisiac.
Okay, yeah, definitely. But now, look, I gotta
get
big
back
you
to
up.
the
I gotta big you up. Because let me tell you why I gotta big you up too. For 1 week, right? At least, no, way more than 1 week. Everywhere I went, people were just hating on me. They said, "Damn, fuck this nigga Jermaine Dupri. Fuck you, bad Janet Jackson. Goddamn it. Excuse me. Let me be proper about
Yeah,
it.
be nice, bro.
You bad Penny from
Oh,
Good
that
Times,
was nice.
motherfucker.
You didn't make it nicer.
Yo, listen to me.
That is everybody's child.
Niggas was hating on you.
Sweetheart.
Did you feel the hate?
Yeah.
Niggas was hating. Jay. Listen, I'm telling you from the other side.
Yeah.
As a person,
Well, you ain't gotta
I
tell
would
me
just
what
be
other side
walking
felt. I
in.
mean, I felt it. Like
Yeah.
I was actually here in Miami, going into what's the
Niggas were
club?
mad.
What's the club that on Monday night out here?
King of Diamonds?
Nah, the one that just be going to the one. Nah, not Rock.
Oh, you talking about Mocha?
Mocha. All right, so Mocha was a different club, but we had pulled up to. Me and Janet had pulled up to Mocha.
Hold on. I like the way he say Janet.
Janet,
Just,
yeah.
Let's just make some noise for the way he say Janet. God damn it. God damn it. That was, yo, everybody better make some noise for Janet.
Oh, we taking the shot. We taking the
That is
shot.
Penny. That is Penny. Salute.
Oh, let me take
Oh, take a look, you prepared for the show
did, he
already.
did.
Look at Bow. Yo, Bow, don't do it. You on camera, y'all. You on
He
camera.
don't even got a shot.
He don't
Yeah,
got a
I
shot.
don't got a
one
shot.
right there.
No, he got one.
Nah,
He got one. Mr.
Yeah, I
Lee
don't
got
even
it?
one.
It's a lead. Make him
Come
a
on,
shot.
come on,
That nigga's
Bow.
lying.
Yeah, come on.
God.
This is
Let's go, man.
this
Let's
is
go.
for Jay. Yeah, salute. Salute. By the way,
Niggas need to chase it
Salute.
with this shit. I don't even
Let's
fuck
go.
with chasing. We need to chase it with this shit.
Oh, this shit made me want to go to B Street.
Beat Street. Where that at?
I don't feel it now.
You don't feel? Oh!
Hey, he's stunning on us.
I ain't gonna lie. The CEOs that come on the show, they go in.
I mean,
I've been noticing
it ain't
that.
as bad now. I had to walk over there. I'm good. I might,
It ain't as bad as us either, right?
I might take another one.
It's-
It's not bad.
Let me tell you something. I gotta do 3. 3 is my limit. Look, I've been drinking Tiger Bone for 20 years, and I'm still not used to it. Like 20 years. I've been.
Yeah, we got video of us
Yeah.
in military.
But go ahead.
patrol.
But listen, JD, let me tell you. Niggas never seen this coming. Like you, I think you created this celebrity couple. You ain't even
No,
look
no,
at it
no.
like that.
Bobby and Whitney did that first.
Yeah, but that was meant to be. like everybody else, like like when they see the celebrity couples, they think of that. Because see, Bobby and Whitney, they were the same person, like in reverse.
I understand you.
Okay.
I absolutely understand.
You know what I mean? No
I
disrespect.
understand
Like
what
I mean
you
all
understand.
due respect.
Yeah.
When I say, but they were the same
I get
person.
it.
Like that's why you can't.
Well,
I'm gonna be
Michael
honest.
and the Presley, that was opposites.
You can't be with a girl. If you smoke weed, you're not supposed to be with a weed smoker. I'm just throwing it out there because at some point you're gonna be like, yo, damn, did you just smoke my line? You can't be. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. I know. I went a little crazy. All right, let's get back to this. So how did that even happen? Come on. Most black people who grew up in that era and seen good times is even scared to even speak to. Yo, let me tell you something. Did I tell this story? I told this story on the podcast. One day, I was in the studio, and they said everybody gotta walk out the studio, right? And I was mad as fuck. Like, what? Gotta walk out the studio? And then they said, cause Janet Jackson's about to walk through. Mind you, we're in the studio secluded.
Why you whispering?
Cause that's how much I respect Penny. God damn it. So they said Janet Jackson gonna walk. No, at first I was like, why I gotta get out? And then I'm with Chris Lighty and shit. You know, he's rich as shit. And they go, you gotta walk out. He said, I ain't walking out. And he said, because Janet has to walk through. So when she walks through the studio, everybody has to walk out. So when they said it was Penny, I said, I'm out. I'm respecting whatever Penny wants. Give me a high five, nigga. I said, I'm respecting. And Chris was like, yo. I said, Chris, you gotta relax. Certain people, you just gotta walk out. And then they let Janet Jackson walk through. And that was a highlight of my life. Yeah. I have never seen her ever after that. But you backed. That was your girl.
I'm gonna make sure she hear you say that too.
Give me a high five, nigga. Give me a high five, nigga. Do you know what good times meant to our era? Like, we grew up, that was Pamela, what is it called? What's the Foxy Brown lady? That was Pam Grier. That was like the ideal woman. Like, every black man wanted that. Like, if you're from the hood, you wanted Pam Grier. That was the era before. But then my era came. And then that Janet Jackson, and you got.
Yeah, he whispers every time he says that name.
Yo, because you know my respect is there. Like, you understand? Like, I'm asking some personal shit, but it's respect because, like, as a nigga, that's in entertainment. Like, we didn't think people could go outside the box. Like, we rappers was just like we didn't see that. We didn't see that coming. Even when you said Bobby and Whitney, Bobby was technically R&B. Mm-hmm. You represented hip hop. So just how did that happen? I went in. The intro was crazy. The intro was crazy. But you know I'm sincere with it. Like, I mean this shit.
I don't know how to tell you. I don't know. Yeah. Just play a shit.
Oh, goddamn.
Play a shit.
I don't know how to take this one. I don't know how to take it.
Nah, I'm saying you know you get to talk to people just like anybody else. And like, you know, you get your shot. You shoot it how you got to shoot it, right? I shot my shot.
Like a Nike commercial.
What?
I shot my shot, and you know what I mean.
And it worked. And it worked. How did this go down? You didn't meet at like Live or something. Like, where did y'all first?
Honestly, yeah, we did. We met at like
Live.
We met not like Live.
All right, but Live type.
You know what's crazy is that I met Janet with Crisscross. And we got to go backstage and see her. And I was like not so famous, but they was famous. So they was getting all the attention.
She been famous since 14.
Huh?
She been famous since 14.
But they was getting all the attention.
Yeah,
they got all the attention. So they actually was the ones that she really wanted to meet more or less than anything. So they had, but I was like the crew. I was them plus JD. So I got a chance, the opportunity to go through there. So we went backstage, and they was talking to her, and all I remember saying was, "Yo, I'm gonna see you again. You gonna see me again." That's what I told her. And I was, you know.
And you saw her again.
Saw her again.
God damn it! Make some noise. And I read somewhere she said, "Man, I miss JD" or something like that. I ain't gonna lie. Go get that back, y'all. Go back home, y'all. Listen, nigga, I read it somewhere.
So soft,
look, I read it somewhere. This is like,
you read it somewhere?
It was somewhere. I said, oh shit. I said, damn. I wish I had your number at that moment. I swear to God, I would have called you with some real nigga shit, like the real nigga. You better take Janet back, man. Nigga, bring her back to the A, man. Hey. Bring her back to the A, man.
Bring her back to the A.
High five, nigga. High five, nigga. Bring it back to the A, man. No, cause that's dope. Like J and B, like that shit just looks right. I ain't even gonna lie. this is my man. He probably don't give a fuck. But I like seeing Nas and Nicki. Like it's something about that I like.
Nah, that
like
look right though. Nas and Nicki.
It feels right. I'm making them niggas out there in Gucci suits. I'm like, go ahead, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm like, go ahead, nigga. Oh, yo, listen, this is the first time I wanted to be a troll. Like, I wanted, like, cause people was, oh, man, he wanted to post up. I wanted to be like, you fucking bitch ass motherfucker. like, let a man be happy. After you 40, people be lonely. I'm happy. I love my wife, right? Yeah. Sometimes I look at my wife. I love, that's what people need. And when I see Nas, I'm like, I see him with Nicki, regardless of whatever you think about that man look happy, man. Fuck it. Let the nigga, who cares what anybody thinks? What's your personal opinion on whatever? Let the niggas be happy. Let a nigga try for love. God damn it. Hip hop can't be in love. You gotta relax. Everybody make some love. I mean, make some noise.
That nigga drunk. Perfect today.
That nigga drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk.
I got lost in my own shit right now.
Oh, look, make some love.
Oh look! Listen, by the way, we get fan mail all the time.
Yeah.
We get people that send us shit.
check it out.
But nigga invited us to his wedding. I feel like he gotta relax.
A fan invited us to
So
his
we
wedding.
gotta big
It
him
might have
up.
already passed.
Yeah, we
Let's
found
see.
niggas.
Where's the cameras at? Right here.
Yeah.
Where can I show this?
Let me see. What
It's a nice
nationality is him?
invitation.
Cause I ain't inviting N.O.R.E to my wedding. I'm gonna be honest.
Yaritza Colasso
Oh.
and A. Barta.
Oh, this is Spanish people. Oh, that's why.
Definitely. The marriage of I don't know if we can make it, guys, but let me see. Where's it
What
at?
week is that? Let's do it.
I don't know if I see Sunday,
We
the
gonna pull up
24th
with-
of September.
We coming right
Just
now.
missed it.
Oh fuck. Oh,
I hope.
but where is it at though? Let's where it is at. Cause
No, they're from Hartford, Connecticut.
But this is what we're gonna do for our fans.
Westfield, Massachusetts.
Listen, what we're gonna do, fans who really want us at their wedding, I don't know why, this is crazy, because they think we're gonna just drink with everybody. The fans who really want us at their wedding, send us, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna crash some fucking records.
We'll pick a couple and we'll crash.
You're gonna crash some records.
And we'll bring Tiger Bomb. We'll bring Tiger Bomb.
Unannounced, we're gonna walk in with
Yeah.
Tiger Bomb. I'm gonna get suited and booted.
I'm wearing a guayabera.
Why am that?
That's it.
Which one, with the pockets up here?
Yeah,
And down
the
there?
legit
Because
joints.
there's ones that don't got the pockets right
the
there.
legit joints with the
The
pockets
legit
right
joints
here.
with the pockets right
Yeah,
there.
and I
'Cause
put the
I've been-
cigar right there.
Are you cool with the new Guayaberas without the pockets
No.
right there?
No,
like it's
that's not a
crazy because
Guayabera.
I always
That's a Guayabera.
held my weed or my cigarettes right there. You know what I'm saying? That's Spanish shit right there. That's Spanish shit right there, JD.
right.
You and Bow Wow got lost for a second. I gotta relax. Bow Wow's Indian. You know that?
Don't stop, please.
That's
Don't get
my
that
nigga.
in. Don't let's
That's my nigga.
let's not get that going.
What you thought of the Bow Wow challenge when they do it happen? What happened? What you
I got the TV show coming.
You got the Bow Wow challenge
called-
TV
Yeah.
show? Okay, hold on, Bow. You flossing on us right now. You flossing on us right now. Hold on. All right,
This the
hold on.
first time I ever announced
Hold
it
on,
too.
okay, we're gonna announce it right now. Come on, everybody hit the table, baby.
Absolutely.
Everybody hit the table.
Yeah, Bow Wow Challenge show is coming.
Okay, so what
TV, it's a cable.
It's called Bow Wow Challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, you killed that.
Yeah.
Them niggas made fun of you and you made millions. Goddamn, let's make some noise for that.
It's coming.
So tell us, Bow. This nigga's
It's going to be kind of like a combination of if you were to combine like a catfish and a punk together. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Ooh,
pretty
we killed
much
that.
it's pretty much we just because you got people who will front on the gram for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? If it's motherfuckers dealing with bullying situations or they feel like having positive comments makes them feel some type of way. But at the end of the day, it's just like be who you are. But we bust them. It's like a family member or a friend might be like, yo, man, the homie be always on the gram, he be da-da-da, but he really ain't. So we set him up. They'll set him up. We gonna come bust on me. And I got 2 cast members, so I can't name just yet. And then we go ahead and crack down on the case, which is,
I'm not gonna lie, that's hard.
if you front,
that's hard.
Negative made it a positive.
if you front, we on the hunt. So and that's coming, top of the year.
And I'm
Top of
like
the
a
year.
fake trying to be a producer now. Like my producer nigga in me is like, you suck, nigga. Why you ain't thinking that shit? That's hard.
Yeah, it's coming.
That's hard.
Top of the year.
Cause you know what I thought of? I thought of trolls. You ever thought of that? Like trolls, like
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
meet
yeah.
the actual trolls. Like let's suppose a person say something. I think Mano and Ed Lover was in the mall one time, and then somebody said something to them, and they actually turned around and they went and approached them. It was like, yo, why did you just say something about me?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that actual show actually works. Like, I landed in Ohio, and some nigga say, well, fuck you. Ohio don't fuck with you. And then like, all right, you pull right up on them in Cheeseburger Baby and say, what did you just say? And the nigga be like, oh shit. And then, you don't know this guy. This guy is he's a troll.
Yeah, trolls.
I thought of that show, but
Nah, it's
that show is brilliant.
It's coming. It did like whatever they was front with. We actually give them a chance to like live that life for like a day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You already shot something? Shot the pilot?
You need another blunt?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I
Always.
think
You know how we
do.
rock. Come on.
I think you do, baby.
I think
God
JD
damn.
should hit the blunt for the first time. You know, JD don't smoke. But I think because, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, we don't. If you never smoked, no, we don't want that, Jay.
You don't-
We
don't have insurance.
I can feel like if you smoked on a weekend, I'll be like, all right, cool. But if you never smoked, I don't want to do that.
No, we
That's
don't wanna
okay.
do it. I'll take another shot.
Yeah, we take a tiger, or you want to go back to 1842?
I'm on the Tiger.
Oh my God!
Fuck, I don't even want more time.
So you
Bring
know
the
shit is
stretcher.
fucked up when I'm trying to
Bring the
switch.
stretch.
We gotta.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right, wait. We had two.
That's-
Three is my lucky number.
Well, that's
Two is
it.
my
That's
max.
gonna be the last one.
So this will be the last.
Last
one.
one.
I got you.
God
perfect.
damn
I'ma
it.
watch y'all
JD
drink
beating
that
me up
shit.
right now. This is crazy. Come on,
You
JD.
said
like this
aphrodisiac.
shit.
I'm getting ready to go out after we do this.
Okay.
interview with
And,
Robin
and you
club.
single right now.
I'm
Make
going
my
to the
chase
club.
up.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I just want you to be prepared for when Penny come back. You gotta do this in the name of hip hop.
Huh?
In the name of hip hop.
See, like that's what I'm saying. You putting that pressure on me. Like,
A little bit. Yeah, we gotta bring that back to hip hop. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
man.
Because listen, JD, this is something that I've been thinking about, and we've been speaking about on this podcast a lot. Hip hop should be its own religion. Like we should have our own award shows. We should have our own union. We should have our own everything. Like if a person gets sick, let's suppose somebody from Houdini got sick right now. It should be a union that just come and just provide those services. You know what I mean? Of course, you with your relation to them, but see, do you think this union should exist?
yeah, I think it should. I think
Damn, I
it's,
totally forgot. We
that's
said
a big,
yes to
that's
this,
a big
right?
shot right there.
Okay, no, Bow. Where's Bow shit?
No, I'm cool.
Nah, yo, Bow, you can't do it.
No,
This is for
relax.
JD's
It's a
birthday.
bigger shot though.
Look.
All right, you
I
want to
mean,
switch? I'll
Yeah, I'm
switch.
good.
Heavy-handed.
Two is my max.
He
No,
wants to
three
switch.
is
He'll switch.
three is a lucky number.
3 is your max.
No. I keep going.
You can pour some out of here.
2 is my
I
max.
keep going.
You can pour some out of here.
I'm gonna give you something. Yeah, because you don't got a lot in your
Go
thing.
ahead.
Oh, okay, that's no problem. Here, let me pour some wine in your shit too.
Relax. Damn, this is
Damn,
a
look
big
at my
ass
shit.
shot.
All right, cool.
That's a good shot. Right
All right, cool.
All right,
All
let's
right,
go.
cool. This is it.
JD ain't gonna make it to the club tonight.
God damn it.
It's over.
Yeah, god damn it. All right, cool.
Niggas is crazy.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
What's crazy? Listen.
Yeah, I love
What's
it.
crazy about this is that
We listening.
That's not good.
I'm vegan.
Ooh. Oh, you said, heck, this goes with you.
Yeah.
That's why you wanted more. I'm gonna be honest.
It ain't that bad.
It
don't
ain't that
even,
bad.
It don't
If
even taste
you
like
don't eat
alcohol.
meat,
It don't even
yeah.
taste like alcohol no more. It's
Yeah,
starting
no,
to taste
no,
like
no,
just
he's
like
right.
a.
Yeah, it's
right.
herbs. It's herbs.
This
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Fermented herbs.
It's not
Yeah,
alcohol
if
no
you
more.
don't eat meat, you
But
can
it
eat
used
that
to
up.
be not vegan.
Is it alcohol?
No, it used to be.
It's alcohol because it's fermented.
Yeah, it's fermented.
Yeah, no.
alcohol.
I mean, it's starting to not taste like
It's
alcohol.
considered a wine, is what they call it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's actually
It
considered.
ain't that bad.
Man, look at James.
Not
It
that
don't even.
bad, if
It don't
you
even burn no more. Come on, Bow. Do
Nah,
no.
that shit still burning my throat. On
It don't
God.
burn no more.
I'm good.
I'm good with it.
Fuck
I can do 4.
that.
Oh, man.
Shit.
No, I do 4 with you too. But look,
I'm going to read this invitation.
So look. Let me ask you, what was the wildest moment you and Mariah making music had? Like, what was the craziest? Like,
You want that story?
yes, I do. I kind of do. I kind of feel like.
All right. MC don't kill me. But this is exclusive. Drink Champs exclusive.
Tiger Bone exclusive.
So I went to do Always Be My Baby remix with Brat and Escape at her house. And she lived next door to Ralph Lauren. And like upstate New York, right?
Polo game.
And she couldn't never really drive because she's Mariah Carey. And she was married to Tommy, so he wouldn't let her drive. The security have to drive her around, but she ain't like that. She wanted to get out and drive. So Brat became her
Temporary
driver.
chauffeur. Okay.
Yeah, like, yo, let's go. So I'm downstairs making a beat in the studio. Her and Brat, they done broke out, took a car and left. No security, don't know what's going on. So I'm downstairs trying to make the song, get the song right. And then all of a sudden it's like an alarm going off in the house and people running around frantic, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And like, you go to Tommy Mottola house, I guess I can say this. Tommy Mottola house, like people outside with guns.
I believe
real
that.
shit.
Yeah.
So my security come, they make us check our straps.
Right.
Because everybody else got their strap. You don't need no strap over here. Everybody got guns. So that's how this house was. It was like, that's what's going on. So Tommy and everybody's looking for Mariah. She's disappeared.
Right.
She's completely left the house. And I'm downstairs, and Brat is with her, so they think I'm in on it.
Right.
So I'm getting like questioned, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And they actually really questioning me, like, nigga, you
They
know
pressing you and shit.
know what's happening, what's
This
going
is
on.
Tom Mottola and Mariah's people.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's
But
going
time
crazy.
until security.
And they went to McDonald's, like on some bullshit. Like that's what they went. They went to McDonald's.
Mariah Carey and the
And the
Brat.
Brat.
Went to McDonald's.
Okay, now I want to know who ordered. Do you know who ordered?
I don't know. I don't know.
You had to be.
I know
ill
Brat
when
was
you-
probably high, so she probably ordered all the food.
Right. Go ahead.
But anyway, I mean, like, so I'm in this house getting basically questioned.
Right.
Like, where's this woman at? And I don't know nothing about it. But they not believing me, right? And the security dude's about to get fired because he allowed her to. She snuck out. It was just like some real crazy shit.
Mariah security.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to.
Yeah. Like,
he should be
Tommy's
fired.
gonna kill him.
Yeah.
He's like, you're about to die because you let her get out this house without. You know what I mean? Like, that was crazy to me because I'm fresh, like, just from Atlanta. I'm like, what's going on right now? And I'm way out in this house that's way out upstate New York, and it's like, that was crazy shit right there. Like, just to see a star that level, you know, actually want to do something that's different in their life, and she did it, and it was like to see people panicking and niggas almost like beat me up.
We're the
based on this
CEO
shit.
of that level as well.
Yeah, it's
Tom
crazy.
Mottola
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what's the funnest session you ever had? The best studio session, like that one time was just perfect. You walked in, the beat, the sample was on point, everything like.
Me and Nelly, Grills.
I can't hear you. Come over here. Come over here. Sing it, nigga.
We can't hear you, Paul Wall.
We can't hear you. Paul Wall, we can't hear your part. Come over here.
What does he say?
Rob the jewelry store, tell him make me a grill.
Hey.
What you in there? The grills, the whole top out there, the bottom rose gold.
Woo. Yeah, that's it. Woo.
That was almost good.
That was. Nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, this session was me and Nelly had an idea, and he was gonna take the LL Cool J Candy shit, like
Candy.
yeah,
No, Candy
got
girl,
20
no,
going in
Candy
the
girl.
bottle, then a different now he took the flow from Candy, right? That was the flow he wanted to put on his beat.
That was his idea or your idea?
Nah, that was his idea. He wanted to take, because Nelly was, he's buff.
Oh, yeah,
so he's kind of
definitely.
like a St. Louis version of LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Like that's
HGH. Let's do it.
HGH. Damn, dog.
I went too far.
You got it, right?
That's what I heard. I'm sorry.
So he came up with the, let me see your grill, and then we was like, well, shit. If we do a song about grills, we got to get Paul Wall because Paul Wall made our
He
grill.
make the grill.
He make the grill. So we like, we got to get Paul Wall on the song. Now I don't know why this song had to happen this night. Like you can make a record like a week, but this guy Nelly wanted this song to happen right soon as we started making the idea up. So we made the idea up, and then we went to the 112.
World War 112 where the players dwell?
Yeah, that. We went to 112, and we got drunk. I'm talking about completely like drunk as a skunk.
It's where the players dwell.
Yeah, we got fucked up, right? So we was fucked up. But in the midst of that, on the way to the club, Nelly was like, yo, I'm going to call Paul Wall and tell him I'm going to send him a flight. He going to come to the studio while we at the club. This actually happened. Right. Paul Wall got on a plane, came to the studio, got to the studio, and he heard the song. We was at the club partying. Right. Nelly's thinking like, yeah, when I get through, we going to get back to the studio. Paul Wall part going to be done. So we leave 112, we get back to the studio. Paul Wall is there. Right. He got his part, and the studio is popping, right? Okay. Like I said before, I don't really have like a whole bunch of people in my sessions, but this was like Nelly session. It's weed. It's all kind of shit going on.
You didn't sign him. You felt bad anyway. Go ahead.
And this the first night I tried lean.
Oh, let's go. Let's take it there. Goddamn.
Lean Dupri.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a lean story too. It fucked me up. Go ahead.
It's the first night. So Paul Wall he pulling up, right? And I'm like, man, let me try that shit. Right. So he like, JD, you don't want to get on this lean. I'm like, man, listen.
What movie is that?
Walk Hard.
Huh? Walk Hard. You don't want Walk Hard. Go ahead, JD. I'm sorry. I'll cut you off.
So he tell you like, you don't want to try this. I'm like, man, let me get on this. I want to see what it is. So he got this like Tahitian treaty. That's what they drink. This like,
Tahitian treaty?
Yeah, what is that?
Tahitian treaty.
Tahitian treaty.
That's shit bomb.
They pour the shit with this Tahitian treaty, some shit. And I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking this shit look like some Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I got on that shit and I'm like, man, this shit ain't nothing. Right. I'm drinking, boom, boom. I'm turning up, boom. Give me some more, boom. Whoa. I'm like, this ain't nothing.
How many cups you had, Jay?
I don't know. I was going in because I'm like,
it's like Tiger Bone right now. It's like Tiger Bone.
I was really like mad because I'm like, wait a minute, y'all niggas said this shit was something. I'm thinking I'm about to start talking slow and all kind of shit. I don't know what's going on, but none of that shit happened to me. So I'm like, I'm good, but I was not good. I was on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I was dancing, shirt off, all I started going wild in the studio. Like those shit.
Academic nipples out.
Niggas was tripping. Like they was like, yo, JD, you wildin', right? And I had a flight. At 6 a.m. that morning.
Not happening.
But I was up all night with Nelly and them. And I was drinking lean. They was smoking weed. So I probably was getting contact and all kind of shit. But I was gone. It was the music was right. Paul Wall verse was fresh. We was talking about grills. I was like, oh, this shit gonna be a hit. I knew that song was gonna be a hit. I got on that plane. Man, I threw up in the first class.
The plane wasn't a hit.
Oh, man. I never threw up on a plane before.
I ain't gonna lie. All right. I want a picture throwing up in first class right now. I want to picture your maneuvers. Okay, which way did you move?
Wait, you had a window seat or aisle seat?
Yeah, I had a window. So I had to let the lady, I had to let the person know that was sitting with me, like, yo, I don't feel right. This ain't gonna be good. So I'm like,
they don't got doggy bags.
They got the little bag. They got the little bag, the little thing where you supposed to do it in. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like it's gonna be way too much for this. This ain't gonna happen. I ended up throwing up on the lady on the plane. Yeah, I was fucked up. Yeah. That was my experience with lean. I'm not fucking with that ever again, by the way. That shit had me twisted. But I tell you, that shit had me twisted. That shit had me twisted.
First class?
Nah, I never threw up. I'm mad.
You're mad? You want to throw up in first class?
I would have loved to throw up on something.
He went up on you.
Because you know what I hate answering the questions in first class? They're like, so what do you do? I be so tempted to be like, I sell crack.
You should do that one day.
I do it all the time. It depends on what happens. One time, dude said to me, I said, hey, my man, everybody's recognizing you. So, what do you do? I was like, you see that shit on the back of the iPhone? It's me. I don't know why I said it. I don't know why. I told the nigga I invented the camera. Because I didn't want to say I'm a rapper.
That's the Bow Wow challenge. That's the Bow Wow challenge.
I wanted to be smart because I said, if I say I'm a rapper,
that nigga say he invented the camera on the phone.
Listen, I had to tell him because I don't want to say I'm a rapper. Sometimes it's embarrassing to me.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's like
I say actor in the right situation.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
Why is it embarrassing?
Because like that's typical black people answers.
I'm good with it.
See,
I'm all rapper.
you must have been, flying the privates and all that all the time. Like I be with the regular rich white folks that just sit there and be like, so what do you do, boy? Like, homie,
Producer sound good.
I sell crack.
I think you should go with that answer all the time.
No, I've been going on and off because sometimes they be just calling the FDA. The niggas come on the plane, they be like, oh, that's N.O.R.E. This nigga's a retard. I'm like, yeah, that's what I told the nigga. Because it's just, I don't want to say rapper. Like, I don't want to say media. And the thing about it is I can get away with anything I say as long as somebody don't walk through there and be like, yo, what up, Slime? Keep going. I just told this nigga I invented the microphone.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
I understand. When I'm walking through customs or something like when I'm overseas and shit, they say, what do you do? I'm like, I'm an actor. Straight up. Don't say rapper, they want to pull you over, go through your shit,
rapper.
go through your bag.
Yo, listen.
Rapper, weed, what else? He probably, pull them over.
Yo, at one point, I'm going to be honest. I've been down. My first album was 97. So from 97 to like, what we in, 20? No. That's just, my first solo album was in 1998.
Oh, they released. Okay, go ahead.
So first release was Capone and N.O.R.E. in 97. Right. So I remember it was one point you could say I'm a rapper and the police would be like, get this nigga an escort. Then you say you're a rapper, niggas like, what? They pull out more guns. Oh my God. Oh shit. Yo, I seen the era shift. So like when I sit down and the person asks me what I do, I just be cautious. I'm like, I don't know if he's a Trump supporter. Like, I don't know where this is going.
I had that one time, but I had fixed that.
Okay, tell me.
I fixed it. The magazine is on the airplane.
The shit you shot from, cause they get me all the time.
Yeah,
I gotta stop fucking with
I like that shit.
I got the cover of that magazine.
I like everywhere.
I got the cover of that magazine, so I got
magazine, the shit.
You was on the cover of
dope
it?
shit.
Delta shit. So
that's Atlanta shit.
So I walked on the plane and I had to cover the shit. And niggas knew what the fuck I was doing then at that point. Like it was like I ain't had that speculation no more. I don't know what you was talking about with the speculation, but I was on the cover of every seat.
So everybody knew who the fuck you was. Yeah. And you sat there.
That was a good moment.
That's a good moment.
Yeah.
That's a good moment. Let me tell you something, JD. Let me tell you something in case you don't know, man. We seen what you did. We seen you sit here and take an era of music and take an artist like a Bow Wow, like the Brat, like a Crisscross, like a Jagged Edge, like an Escape, and we seen you tell them how to make hit music. And that was the beautiful part of it. A lot of people compare you and Puff together, like you're the Puff of the South or whatever, but it is. You're kind of like each other, but you did your own mark in music. You set it off. You did what you had to do, and we want to salute that.
Thank you.
You understand? We want to sit back.
I'm gonna clap it up for that.
And don't you ever do an interview with any podcast. Don't say your top three, because to me, this is the top three producers. This is to me. It's Puff, Dre, and Jermaine. That's the top three to me. Then after that generation becomes Pharrell, Timberlands, the Swiss Beats. This is for me. And no, Primo comes
before that.
A little
Pete Rock,
bit before,
Primo,
because we gotta. That's a little bit before Dre and them. But that, and you know what? Fuck hip hop. We don't have to. Like sometimes when I say that, I say fuck hip hop. I don't know.
You say not to divide, like.
No, fuck that category. Because when a person
you
say,
want some Tiger Bowl?
you know what? Go ahead. I'm going in. I'm going in too.
Tiger.
But when a person say, listen, I want to make a point. Oh fuck, y'all niggas done called Veggie Delight. We got more Tiger Bowl. Wow. Veggie Delight. Chris is in the building. But let me tell you something.
Wait, we didn't drink that whole bottle.
Yeah.
No, it was a half a bottle.
But we got another one.
Okay.
We got another one. But listen.
Go ahead, N.O.R.E.
But what I'm saying is, See, when you say
Your cup.
or you give a person the title GOAT, which GOAT means greatest of all time. There should be there's a lot of people that should be the greatest of all times. There can't just be one. In boxing, you say the greatest of all times. Mike Tyson might be the greatest of all times from the 90s era. Muhammad Ali might be the greatest of all times from the 80s era. Pacquiao might be the greatest of all times from the 2000 and such era. Mayweather's the greatest of all times because that's who the fuck was my favorite boxer ever, right? But so why in hip hop we can't have multiple greatest of all time?
I mean, you actually can, but it's like
No, we do.
we do.
And I'm going to change that single-handedly. There's a lot of people that's the greatest of all times of their era, and I want to salute that. It's just like Big Daddy Kane. Come on, Haitian people, you gotta help us be quiet. It's my friends, the Haitian people. These guys are crazy. They finally happy. They say, hey. Travesty didn't come to us. It went to another place.
That's how they talk.
Another
Another
people.
place.
But listen, what I'm saying is we have to keep. That's the thing I respect about you. Like I never really heard you go at somebody else. Like, did you ever do a diss record? You did? Let's get into this.
Yeah, I dissed Dr. Dre.
Oh shit.
They had got at me. Him and Eminem, they had did like a little song talking about me.
What little song was that?
Huh? Some song where they was dissing me. I don't know. But you know, like it's this sensitive hip hop niggas that like I say some real shit and niggas get sensitive and want to be defensive. Right? Because what I had said was that if you put Dr. Dre in a room and you put me in a room, who gonna come out with a song first? They ain't like that. But the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna come out with the song before he does. I don't need no niggas to write nothing for me.
Right.
I make the beats and I'm gonna write the lyrics and I'm gonna do the whole song. I'm gonna come out with the song first. Like that was my. If you want to challenge me, anybody want to do that now?
That wasn't a diss. It's
that
just
wasn't
like,
even no diss. That's that's a true statement that I made. That's a true statement, and like at that particular point,
he's a super perfectionist anyway. So
that's why he takes forever.
They didn't like that statement. Right. You know what I mean? They thought I was trying to shine on them. I wasn't really trying to shine. I'm just like, I have to let people know it's a difference between how I make records and other people make records. Like even when people say about me and Puff do have a very similar style as far as like marketing our artists and being labels that move in the same type of motion. But when it comes to making records, Puff don't make records like me.
Nobody don't make records like
I mean, it's people that make records like me, but I'm just saying it's a different situation. And I wasn't like even like I'm saying that about Puff. I'm not dissing Puff. I'm saying like I make records differently. I can write a whole song. Crisscross, that 8 Million, I wrote the entire album.
You wrote all their lyrics?
Every line.
Wow.
Let's make some noise for that. Make some noise for that 8 million, goddammit. Now, listen, I don't like to count nobody's money, but I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, damn, 8 million in the 90s. This is the 80s or 90s?
90s.
No, 90s.
92.
See, you gotta realize, you know, like $1,000 in the 80s meant different.
Yeah, inflation.
So just some. I know.
This felt like drug dealer money.
Yes, this
It's like pushing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean hip hop. That's what we should celebrate.
Yeah,
we should celebrate that. Listen, man. There's a lot of brothers out there doing the wrong thing, doing a thing to feed their family, and we can't judge that. That's not what we're here to do. But Leo Combs said this on the podcast, and he came and he said, "This is the perfect time to get into the music business." And the reason why he's saying that now is because remember back then, we had to press the CD up, we had to do the artwork, we had to do
Cut the middleman out
the
now.
photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like right now, like dead serious, any kid could go in the back of his room, pick up a fucking Fruity Loops,
anything. There's a
on
ton of
the
apps.
iPad, and then make a whole career. Like back then, like you had to be ill to get out in the 80s. You said your favorite era was the 80s.
You had to be
Just
ill.
to get in the studio was difficult.
Just
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't even take your account.
Yeah.
And then back then they had the 8-inch rails. That's like carrying a dwarf.
Cutting tape.
walking
You
around
was
with a
cutting
human.
tape to edit the
You
music.
just like this, like, oh, I got a human here. Can you cut this tape for me? And then you remember back then, I'm showing my age a little bit. I'm 40 years old. I'm just throwing it out there.
Congrats.
But you couldn't punch in. You remember that era where you had to do your whole verse?
Well, if you punch
Nah,
in, it
I
was a
wasn't
mission.
part of that era.
No, like
I was part of the punch in.
you was
You
part
could
of
punch
punching
in.
on.
You
but
could punch
if you
in.
punched in, it wasn't.
Yo, in 9-6, Unique Studios, it
Uh,
was rare.
They ain't had no punch in.
Nah, they had
They
to
had
cut
y'all
a
over
tape.
there on some bullshit.
Yeah, in Unique Studios, it's rare.
That's some bullshit.
But you across the street from MTV, you across the street, you like, yo, fuck it. And you gotta, yo, that's why I do, you notice, like, Haz is my engineer, keep it real. My minimum is 7 songs a night. Like when I'm focused, I go to the studio, I do 7 songs like this, 4 hours. My young boys be sitting there still writing. I'm like, I wrote my whole shit before I came because that shit was crazy. Like coming from where I'm from, paying $2,500 a session was serious. Nigga, from
Like
12
nobody,
to
they
12.
don't know nothing about that either.
They
Now
don't-
they just make the records in their bedroom.
Yeah,
So it's-
yeah, and they bad on their laptop, so they ain't paying that bread.
Yeah.
Like me, I was trying to get out the hood, so I'm not like I can't live the way like I've still to this day. If I book a studio, like if I pay for somebody else shit, like I have the song written. I have 5 songs written.
That's how you should have it. You should be going to the studio ready.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play in the studio. It's not a spot to play around.
It's not a start to play around.
Yeah.
And you still love the studio after all these years.
Yeah.
Keep it real. You ain't lose a little bit of love for music at some point.
Nah.
Come on, tell us that story, JD. You got pissed off one day.
Why?
Come on, I don't know. You just said you never said
Nah,
no.
cause I got goals. Like I got these goals that I ain't never really achieved yet. So I still like
Come on, JD.
I'm still
You
out
sure?
here. I'm still
I
out
think
here.
you achieved every goal.
What does it
Nah.
take for you to, what are the goals that you still haven't achieved?
Huh?
What goals have you not achieved yet?
I mean, so when I first started working with Usher, and we did My Way album, and when we got the Confessions,
Because this is my confessions. This is my confessions.
But like,
This
listen.
is my confessions.
So listen, when we got the when we got
hard,
when we got the
goddammit.
when we got the Confessions, we had this conversation about like we got to sell 10 million records.
That's the type of talk you be having?
Yeah.
I was very scared to talk to you. I understand, man. Damn,
Like, cause we know, like, it don't mean nothing if you don't do nothing like that, right? As far as where I'm coming from, people look at me like, I done had success after success after success. Niggas still look at me the same way. So you got to do something, just like backflips, right? So we was at the studio like, yeah, we got to sell 10 million. This album got to go diamond. And it did.
it did.
It went diamond. So it's the last.
This was his confession.
It's the last black artist to sell 10 million records.
Clap your fucking hands. But hold on, so you plotted this before it happened. All right, let's take it back to this. 'Cause this is deep shit. I gotta relax.
But like that is still like small compared to what we was actually trying to do. Like we was looking at Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is like the master to me. Is my idol, right? And at
You
50,
are the hip hop Quincy Jones, in case you didn't know that.
huh?
You are the hip hop Quincy Jones.
Oh,
in case
thank you.
didn't
I
know
appreciate that.
All right, all right, you clap like that. Me and you know that's a real compliment. Go ahead,
I
go
mean, but at the same time, saying that, I can't really take that yet because he did way more than me. He still got way more under his belt than I have achieved. And at 50, Quincy Jones made Thriller. At 50 years old, that's when he created that album, which became the biggest selling album in the history of music. At 50.
I just turned 40, so you giving me hope.
Yeah, right?
Keep going.
So with that being said, when you ask me what my like, I'm still looking at that like, yo, okay, I'm not 50. if he did it, I got opportunity to do something bigger than that. I gotta try it. So that's my goal, is just to try to. Some artists, I don't know if it's gonna be Usher, I don't know what it's gonna be, but somebody, we gonna do something that's gonna be crazy.
Now I liked it the way where Usher's going through this, what is that? Controversy, and the first person you see Usher taking a picture with is you. You stood. Hold on. I took my shots at Tiger Bone.
Nah, we got new shots.
No, there's new
shots.
shots.
I was about to say, I felt like y'all violated me. I love the way you stood right there by your boy's side. You didn't give a fuck about no controversy, none of that. Like, I actually enjoy that type of loyalty. Like, why isn't that type of loyalty respected more in the industry that we're in?
Cause it ain't really nobody that really do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas act like they your homies. They ain't really, Like, I know, like, all of my artists, they came to me at a time when they ain't really had no other friends, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, Usher was at my house when we made My Way. It was just him. He come to the studio by himself. No friends, no assistant, no nothing. So I actually became, like, a real, true friend to him. Not, like, just a producer. I'm doing everything for him. I'm, like, you know what I mean? I'm hooking on with girls. I'm doing everything. So if that's our relationship, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be the person to tell him, like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Like, let's go through it. You know what I mean? Other people gonna talk to him differently. I'm gonna talk to him the way that's supposed to be talked to. So I mean, I don't know if it's a lot of that in the world. Niggas call niggas when they need something. They don't really actually be fucking with niggas when they ain't got, when they in a different place.
God damn, make some noise. So now we got y'all both here. Like, there's been moments where in hip hop you guys didn't agree. How did you? And you came back and you said, yo, that's my big homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, how did that just feel? Like when a person you come in the game with, you're just not seeing eye to eye, and it's different opinions. Yeah. But the thing is, every time you voice your opinion, it's in the public eye, whether you think it is or not. Whether you think it is or not. How is that to go through that?
I'm gonna let him answer. I'm gonna drink my shot.
Okay. Oh, damn, my man.
We're gonna need a stretcher for him.
What is this for? What is this for?
This for, right? Episode 4.
All right, good. Good, Bob.
Yeah, nah, I mean, pretty much, it was, we like the same person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shot made that nigga walk off. But, yeah, it's just the same person. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much raised me, so it was kind of like, all the game and all the lessons I learned from him. At one point, I felt like shit. I wanted to start calling some shots and putting my ideas into things. And sometimes we wouldn't see eye to eye because he was the coach. He was the, he was the teacher. And then, I wanted to outshine the master. I thought, I wanted to play it my way.
No,
so.
it's at some point, I'm standing up for you. Every artist at some point start feeling themselves, and you know what they do? They say, I did this shit. And they forget about everybody else. Yeah. Because in order to make somebody great, it's 3 or 4 people behind you.
Absolutely.
But me, I've done it. Everybody does it. Everybody just, what the fuck? I did this shit on my own.
Yeah.
So you had that moment.
Yeah, had that moment. Did the third album.
I had that moment.
Did his thing, but it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? I was in the studio with Tip. Me and T.I. was working on my third album together. And it just was different. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I came to the conclusion, like, if I can't get down with him on the 4th album, then I'm cool on music. I got movies. Right. I can do that shit for life. So I don't really got to do it no more. And I remember just going to Malibu and pulling up on JD and just telling him, like, look, fuck all the business shit, the paperwork shit.
Oh,
yeah, we was in Malibu.
Still looking for a house
out there. And then I just told him, like, man, we got to, all the business, just kick all that shit to the side. We got to get back. And when I got back, platinum, next album, platinum, and we rolling. We right back in pocket. Then I had to listen to him. It was records I ain't want. I'm like, I don't want to do that shit, no. And I just buckled down and did them. They became #1 hit. So sometimes you just gotta listen because he been doing this shit way longer than I have. So, oh, you want some Don Julio now?
No. You could take that with you to go play.
No, I got. I'm just checking it out.
Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna put that. We're gonna package that up for you.
Birthday present.
Yeah, definitely. You could take that with you to go.
I'm just checking it out.
That's it, cause that's some real. I don't know even what to call it.
You don't know the garlic?
Yeah, cause it's kind of crazy.
I mean, you might need it, but this some premium shit though. Y'all need to keep this here.
Nah, nigga,
Nah,
this is your birthday.
That's yours.
We good. We gonna have a bottle for you anytime you come back.
Okay.
Because I just want both of y'all to know that this is a big platform. What I mean by that, I'm not trying to tell, but what it means to hip hop is when they told us our numbers, who gives a fuck? But when they told us our demographics was 16 to 24, it fucked me up. Because we didn't have like people on here under 30. Like we praise legends. We say you got to be a hip hop legend. And for this to be working, this show, it means that even though people don't give a fuck or whatever's the hit right now, people want to learn what happened in hip hop.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's that's what I said. That's why I picked that era, because it's like the stories today in hip hop, they don't mean nothing like the stories that, you know what I'm saying? Like the story, like it's just shit that you actually live in life. You know what I mean? And make these records was like, how I made money in the thing was like I was driving down the street, and I heard Jay-Z.
Hold on, please let me stop you right here. That's my very next question. This nigga's good. Go ahead, y'all. This nigga's the guru, my nigga. I just typed in my code in my phone because I'm like, yo. My next question, and you went there. Let me shut the fuck up.
All right.
It's your
So I'm driving. First of all, I got like Atlanta. Atlanta was like a city that nobody knew what was going on in Atlanta, right? But everybody was paying attention to New York and L.A. But it was like this article that came out one morning I read, and it was like Puff did an article and they was interviewing him, and they was like, yo, we went to interview Puff and he's driving around, Manhattan in a Bentley, and he hat backwards. They explained like the black man that really ain't supposed to be in the Bentley, driving around Bentley. They was actually describing his life, and it really frustrated me because it was like the morning that I was going to pick up Jay-Z from the airport. And I was in a Bentley Continental T driving around Atlanta with a do-rag on, the hat, the same shit, but nobody would see it. Nobody wasn't seeing what I was doing. So I was like, I gotta my records gotta be big. My records gotta be bigger so niggas can see what's going on. And on the way to that song, by the way, this I had no idea what the song was gonna be. I just wanted to make a record.
About money and anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a record with Jay-Z. So I'm driving, and I'm listening to Can't Knock the Hustle, and he say, deep in the South, kicking up top game, screaming through the sunroof, money and anything. And I'm like, whew. Deep in the South. That sounds like me. That sounds like he talking about me.
Kicking up top game. But what song? He said that on a different song?
Yeah, no, he says that in Can't Knock the Hustle.
No, Can't Knock the Hustle.
Yeah. He says this in Can't Knock the Hustle. So I'm listening to Can't Knock the Hustle, and I'm like, he said this. That's what our song gonna be called. So I'm going to pick him up from the airport, and when he got in the car.
So literally when you were picking him up, you heard it.
I was starting. Yeah, this is coming while I going to the airport. So I get to the airport, pick him up. He get in my car, and I tell him right then and there, I'm like, yo, the song gonna be called Money Anything. And I said I want to use this part from Can't Knock the Hustle. Deep in the South, kicking up top game, screaming through the sunroof, money anything. And he was like, okay, you got a beat. I had made the beat before I left.
That's not Tiger Bone, is it?
That's Tiger Bone. I made a beat. I made the beat before I went to the airport. So I had the Steve Arrington Weak in My Knees. I had the beat looped up already, and I was like, we gonna rap over this shit. And the only reason I had picked that beat was because he did this freestyle on the Clue mixtape where he took the Drew Hill beat that I used for the Sleeping in My Bed shit.
Sleeping in my bed.
and he was like, he's like, y'all wanna. He took my whole intro. Y'all want to dance? I'm gonna make it. But he changed it, and I was like, damn, this nigga Jay-Z be listening to me. That's how I felt like. I'm like, cause he was like the real super backpack rapper.
Right.
People gave him all kind of respect.
Right.
I would never thought he was really checking out what I was doing, and I heard that he took my whole part. So I was like, oh, this nigga really be listening to me. He took my shit.
Right.
So then I just put this whole thing together in like 20 minutes of how we was gonna make this record. And when he got in the car, I said, yo, this gonna be the song. He was like, well, what the beat sound like? I said, when we get to my mom's house, we gonna listen to the beat. We got to my mother's house. I had played the beat for him, and the beat went around for like 10 bars, 16, maybe 24 bars. And the nigga said, I got my rap, let's go. And I was like, what?
On some Biggie shit.
How the fuck, where's this the Biggie shit? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? When did you write your rap? They're like, I just wrote it. Let's go, let's get in the studio. I'm like, I gotta learn that trick. I gotta learn how to do that tomorrow. Like, and that was the last day I stopped writing on paper. I never written anything since then.
And what year is this we talking about?
94.
Let's make some noise for JD being Yo, but you definitely, like, you had straight A's in class. Like, only niggas that really could do it good, you had straight A's.
I didn't even finish high school.
You was not in resource room.
I never finished high school.
Did you, was you having special education?
Huh?
Special education?
Special ed?
Say again.
Special education.
Say again.
Listen, I had
The little short bus?
I had
the yellow short bus? You
I had
was on the yellow
7
short
students.
bus?
I have 7 students and 3 teachers.
Who
Shit was real.
stupider though, man?
Shit was real. Shit was real for me
I'm
growing up.
stupider than you. No, you're stupider than me. No, I'm stupider.
Shit was real for me growing up.
Really?
Yeah. I listen. I can write around in my head, but that's not gonna take.
But listen,
There's session.
okay, so listen. I'm gonna tell you like my crisscross theory of how I made crisscross into rappers. I got in the car one day and these niggas was like infatuated with Ice Cube. At 11 and 12, they was infatuated with Ice Cube. And they knew every Ice Cube word, lyrics, all word for word. And I'm riding in the car, I'm like, yo, these niggas saying this nigga
They
raps.
can recite it.
They reciting the raps like they know them.
Right.
So I'm like, shit, if I write them a song that they like,
They'll recite it.
they'll recite it the same way. That's basically how they became rappers.
It's not the cold version that I prefer, but I'm gonna go ahead, keep going.
What you gonna do?
No, because you see how he popped the
But
champagne.
they got the big bottle right there.
You see? Did you see how he popped the
Oh yeah,
champagne?
you gonna do it different?
If that big bottle pop right now, it's gonna look. We can't even pay for this rent. It's Puff Daddy money. By the way, I just want to throw this out there. We're in Wynwood. I don't know if you guys started. Where did we start? We started from downtown Miami with this podcast.
Yeah, downtown. At my old
Then we
office.
went to Little Haiti. We was living
Haiti.
rough. Bow Wow. You came to the spot. We lived
Came to
rough.
the hood. You came to the hood, Bow Wow.
We lived
Back
rough.
with Lil Wayne?
You came to the hood.
Puff Dad, we had Puff Dad, we had 50 Cent there,
Everybody
we had
came
Snoop
to the
there.
hood.
We was living rough.
Shout out to
now,
Lil Haiti.
we're in sexy Wynwood.
This used to be the hood though, Puerto Rican hood. This is the Puerto Rican hood.
Yeah, this is the Puerto
Used
Rican
to be
hood.
the Puerto Rican hood.
But this is nice
it's
right now.
nice.
You know what this is equivalent to? This is like the village. Like
is
in
nice.
New York,
Yeah.
this is like the village. Like
Yeah,
you
I
can
like-
walk around
I
town,
like
you can see a
Wynwood.
bum, or you can see fucking Tommy Mottola right there, giving somebody a flower. I don't know.
Don't get it twisted. Keep walking 2 blocks down. You're fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
word up.
Stand
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
talking about the 2 blocks down. I'm talking about where we at right here.
2 blocks down.
Yeah, 2 blocks from here though. It's
Yeah,
just
no, we good. But this is like the happening hood in Miami. Talk about it.
What you want me to say? It's the happening hood
It's
in
the
Miami.
happening hood in Miami.
Let's talk
Look,
about it.
I'm not gonna lie. Our cooling system sucks.
What, our cooler?
Yeah, we need a refrigerator. At the end of the day, we gotta get a Sub-Zero Viking
A
refrigerator.
walk-in freezer.
Yeah, because champagne. Cause yo, listen, I knew you was gonna order some champagne.
You did?
I knew it. Like, look, Al.
Well, he ordered both of these joints, that and that.
Now, when he ordered that, I said, "This nigga, he a smooth nigga." Cause I only know a rich motherfucker who ordered that. Like, you gotta be rich to just say, "I wanna." What is that shit called?
Don
Like,
Julio.
1942. Don't say Don Julio. Just say
Damn, it can't be Don
Yeah.
Julio?
Just say
No, Don
1942.
Julio's like.
He can't be Latino. He's just
No, it's
1942.
1942. Like when you order that, like I only seen only in my life, like I'm 40 years old again. I'm gonna keep throwing it out there. September 6th, I turn 40. When a nigga older that, I'm like, damn, they like a different caliber. Like, you know what the funny shit is? I know you probably don't even remember this. We in Reno, Nevada one day. I land. I'm pissed because I had a 6-hour layover somewhere. Reno, Nevada, it's the Impact Convention. You walk through, you say, yo, Playboy, it's Super Thug. My Super Thug had just came out. You say, I'm gonna remix your shit. I'm like, word? I didn't even know what that meant at that time. Like, I was so hood. I was like, word? Like, all right. Like, I didn't even know what a remix meant back then. So I was like, all right, cool. And I said, yo, what you drinking? And you said Dom Perignon. And I had the motherfucking president of the penalty say, I was like, because I don't know what the fuck he just I didn't know what Dom Perignon was. It was the Reno, the Impact Convention.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember talking to you, but I remember.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. And you know what you did? Listen, let me tell you something. You also remixed Super Thug.
Yeah.
Neil Levine just gave this nigga my vocals back then. Just giving him this.
Where's that remix?
It never came out because
But somebody has it.
No, JD got it somewhere. He got it
You
somewhere.
got the tapes?
He got it somewhere.
No, he don't got the
Listen,
tapes.
because you know I never wanted to remix Super Thug.
Neo got the tapes.
But I had met you at the Impact Convention in Reno, Nevada. This is before. This is.
By the way, Super Thug didn't need no remix. By the way,
didn't need no
They didn't need
remix.
no remix.
And the white people. I'm being honest. I'm sorry. Where my white people at? I love y'all. This ain't not the back to y'all. But the white people can say you need a remix. This is that time. This is what I'm tell you. This is that time. Nigga said if you don't have a Jermaine Dupri remix, you're over.
Okay.
Look, it popped. Look at that.
All right.
Yeah, now JD, let me show you how.
BC?
This is class. This is the hood class.
Oh, we need a different cup though.
No, not in the Tiger Bone cup.
Yeah, we need
that's
another.
not fair.
We need a new cup.
New cup. Look. This is, hood niggas went to France at once.
Okay.
So we learned some shit. And we brought it back to America. This is how we look. Look at that, JD. Look at that, JD.
But you gotta do like this.
No. You supposed to do like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do
That
like
was your
this.
fault. Okay, I'm gonna let you start up. No, I'm gonna let you start up. Boom. Look how we do it. Boom. And then we twist. There's no spill. Look at that. And then we twist. Look, they let a hood nigga to France at once.
At
Let me
once?
to France. Nah, I can still go out there. I'm saying, my wife love France. God damn it. Yo, holy moly guacamole. Oh, it's my time. I gotta.
Oh my God.
Yo, JD,
Okay.
you really went in on the Tiger Bone.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do a Don Julio?
Nah, we done with that.
You gonna take that to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Take that to go. That's my nigga. God
I'm
damn.
gonna see if this Tiger Bomb shit work tonight.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that's all you, my brother. This is what we do. I don't know. EFN, listen, I don't know if you know what we do at Drink Champs. The thing is, I sat down. One of the greatest compliments in the world I ever got was one day Leo Combs, he tells me to meet. He said, you know how Leo talks, right? He goes, meet me at the Polo Lounge, right? In Beverly Hills. Like, I always drove by this shit, because I'm a hood nigga. Like, people don't invite me to shit like that. And I've been good with that for 20 years. I've been like, I understand. Like, you ain't got to invite me there. I get it, because I come with niggas like y'all. Come on, Dominicans. You know what I'm saying? I come with niggas that got knives. They don't even get on planes. As soon as they run, they get the knife and the next day. That's just who I am, but I want to give people jobs, right? So, Leo comes and he comes to me and he's like, damn. He said, you know why Drink Champs works? And I said, no. Because I don't. I'm just giving myself, giving my all. I'm just respecting hip hop, and I'm congratulating the parts of hip hop I love. And Leo said, because you guys don't do gossip. You guys just celebrate hip hop the way it is. And it's like, as complicated as that was, it's very simple. If you're a person that's been down in hip hop, you know how tough this is to survive more than a year? How many people you know was the hottest dude in the world last year? You seen him, he might have gave you an elbow, like, what's up, my guy? How you doing? Like, oh, word? All right, y'all. All right. That's who you think you are?
Yeah.
So to survive anywhere more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and I'm talking about, if you're talking about double digits, every man who participated in this game should be saluted. Look at football. Football, you got like, what, a year, 2 year? Expansion. Basketball, maybe 5. Hip hop or music. See, they limit you. You could go the fuck out of here. So when you have people that's standing there, that's been down, yeah, this is Drink Champs. Don't worry about it. It's nothing organized, but we're very organized. Watch how we throw this shit out. We got you.
All right.
But you know, when you see people that got double digits in this world, there's no other way that you have to do is salute these people. You gotta sit back and say, and now, yo, you DJing again, because I heard you started out as a DJ. So you be out here DJing?
Yeah.
Go ahead, let's describe that. That's great.
So let's describe it. I mean, I started as a DJ. I started making my beats based on DJing. It was like, that's what I wanted to be before I became a producer, a DJ. So I got these little realistic fake 1200s from Radio Shack. And I was
big up Radio Shack.
Huh?
It's big up Radio
Radio Shack for broke motherfuckers.
Radio Shack used
Did
to have
the job. It did the
Radio
job.
Shack had all the shit that
Yeah,
the
I got
fake
all
shit.
my first DJ
All the fake
equipment
shit
from-
came from Radio
Yeah,
Shack.
straight up.
You had a moment just now. I respect that.
So I had like the belt drive turntables from
Which
Radio Shack.
Sucked, but
They
did
terrible,
The job, did the job.
right? But I told my mother and my father I wanted turntables. That's what they bought me. They got the Radio Shack shit. And from there I became a DJ. I just started making like mixtapes and doing whatever I had to do. This was before I ever made records. So I've been DJing like since I was 14.
Now, when you go to a new crowd, these people are you DJing. This might be I'm gonna go out there and say it. It might be a white guy who don't know who you are, and they come up to you and say, "Play some fucking Kelly." What's the bitch name?
Kelly Price? What?
What's the bitch name? Bitch hosted the MTV award.
She got
Cardi
names?
B.
Not Cardi B, no.
But
I
she got
know
names.
Cardi B. I'm from New York City. What's her name, man? Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
I said Kelly.
Yeah, you said Kelly.
And they're like, yo, play some Katy Perry. Like, what do you do in that moment?
First
You
of all, I don't
DJing.
do requests.
Yeah.
No real DJ does requests.
That's
FYI.
not.
We ain't no motherfucking
Let's have this
jukebox.
DJ moment right
We
now.
ain't
I'm
a
gonna step
jukebox.
back.
There's
I
no-
gotta
no
listen.
request, no
Jukebox.
request.
We do
All
what
right.
we do, and that's it.
I'm not doing no requests. I don't do the requests. And I don't, I mean, for the most part, I don't really be playing all them type of records. Like, I play what I listen to.
You hear, you turned up. This guy might have just ordered 17
I don't care about
bottles
that.
of
His problem.
Dom
That's his problem.
God damn it.
problem.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
This is a DJ bar. Me
Yeah.
and Val look
So when a
like
DJ do a set, it's like a song for you.
Me
It's
and Val
Like
look
that's let me say this. I'm gonna say this about as far as me DJing. I'm not like I DJ like a mixtape, right? So once I start DJing, as far as tempo and
vibe,
just
the
tempo and
the
vibe.
mood, yeah.
I don't like people to come tell me, yo, somebody just bought 25 bottles. We need to change it and play The Champ is Here. Like in the midst of my mix, like you what?
That's
I
live
only
like
did
a
it with Jay Z
motherfucker.
one time.
That shit is whack, yo. That shit is.
Nah,
by the way,
I like that shit.
they don't understand how whack that is. That's so whack because you are destroying the momentum of the club.
Break that down. Break that
Like
down.
I'm just saying,
I like that shit.
I don't fuck
I mean,
with
think
that.
about it
bring
for
out-
yourself.
fuck with that.
If someone were to go on stage when you're doing a show and stop you and say, "Nah, I want you to play this record,"
That shit-
motherfucker, I got my set.
To me,
I'm
that
doing what I do.
I'm just saying to me that's whack because the club is already fucked up from Instagram and people trying to just like take pictures and not pay attention to partying in the first place. So once you get the club, everybody dancing and doing what they gotta do and people having a good time, and then a motherfucker club owner wanna say, yo, We want to. Whoa, this
Sometimes
nigga
you gotta
starting on us.
spray Creed.
Yo, but you sprayed it in my drink, man. I don't want to drink that shit.
It's good for you.
I don't want to
spraying
drink
Sometimes you
Creed.
gotta spray
gold,
Creed.
your
Sorry,
gold
sorry.
challenge.
Sorry.
Listen, so I'm saying, come in there, you say that, yo, you want to change the momentum of the club. I'm looking at the people, like I'm not, like I watch so many DJs DJ, these house DJs and these EDM DJs. They don't even pay no attention to the crowd. They just be playing music. They don't give a fuck. If, you know, like not like that. I'm looking at the crowd like, damn, I just played this record and ain't nobody really moving. I gotta get to another song really fast and find it.
And the energy dictates how you gonna move. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like you coming in the club telling me. If that person buying drinks, keep buying drinks. Y'all light it up, do what y'all doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You gotta keep the party going.
So you can tell us experience, like one time we.
Oh, they do it all the time. They try to do it all the time. And I just be like, fuck
what is
it.
it? A corny record, like, or is it just because you had your set together?
I mean, a lot of times I'm just like, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? If they want it,
Let's just tell people, don't go up to the motherfucking DJ.
Okay.
Or they be having like requests where you gotta shout somebody out, and I'm like, yo, you do it.
One example, right? Because I never met this nigga in my life, right? But in my mind, the nigga's my homie, right? He was my homie.
Okay.
Prince coming in the club. Nigga just float by you.
Float.
You're not gonna play Prince, right?
No, I'll be like, Prince, get on the microphone, shout me out. What record you want me to play for you right now?
You too?
It's different.
Huh?
If Prince just float by you.
He gotta get on.
They don't say nothing. They don't
That's
say
still, I don't care. It's still dangerous in my set. I don't care
I'll
who.
let Prince ride with me on this. He
it's-
gotta get on the
I
microphone.
listen.
He gotta talk
I'm
shit.
saying for I don't care who you is. If
This
you an
is-
artist,
this
you
is
come in the
DJ
club. It's
JD,
like
right?
DJ JD.
Okay.
You come in the club. It's all about the vibe of the club. Like if I play a Prince record right now, and niggas is trapped out. You fucked up the whole club.
Nah.
The Prince record don't mean shit no more.
The Prince record don't mean that. You just
Let me tell
fucked
y'all
up the whole
DJ
club.
nigga song.
He said, let
If
me
Prince
tell you.
ever float through, you gotta play Purple Rain, nigga.
Purple Rain in the club?
Purple
Oh,
Rain. You
hell
gonna see
no.
thug niggas like that.
Oh,
Switch the record.
nah, yeah.
But I'm telling you, listen, it hit everybody in a certain part of their bones that we didn't understand. And cause we was fucked up from Mike already. Like Mike already came in with the Jackson 5 and fucked us up. We was like, damn. Gangster niggas was like, oh shit. This is real. ABC. Niggas learned their ABCs through the Jackson 5. This is real shit. This is real. Yo, you like it?
No, I don't like it.
All right, cool. You gotta relax.
Let me see, what is that?
That's that Creed. It's a little bit, you know.
Which one is it?
I don't know. I've been buying all
It's definitely 19.
Yeah, they get me every time I go to what is it? Bloomingdale. They
smell
get
like
they
puff
get me
shit.
and my wife.
This shit puffin'.
They got us both lined up. Every time we walk through, they're like, "Yeah, this is the
I don't know
one."
what this shit smell like.
Huh?
I don't know what this cologne smell.
Yeah, that's cool. That's Creed.
Yeah.
That's that real.
I be
nigga
wearing the
shit.
Creed black, but I ain't, you know.
You ain't on to the gold.
Nah.
This, babe, it's Imperial. It's called right, Imperial. All right, cool. And then Aventus. Aventus, I've done fucked up. I was just spraying niggas anyway. I was in New York City the other day spraying dogs. Dogs coming to me. Relax. Hit Aventus. That I wasted that bottle. I'm out of line here, man.
Yeah, it smells like
Yo,
that.
listen. Let me just tell you something. JD and Bow Wow, both of y'all. In life, everybody needs a little bit of therapy, right? You need a little time to get your problems off, talk about whatever. In life, that's what I did. I said, I'm going to take my days off, and I'm going to praise hip-hop. I'm going to praise my legends in hip-hop, praise people who contributed to hip-hop, and that's why Drink Champs is working, because this is our form of therapy. And we have not formed a show in like a month.
Yeah.
So y'all first
We
two.
had hurricanes and shit.
Right.
Yeah, hurricanes.
And it's our 100th episode.
We had
And it's
to
our 100th
evacuate.
episode.
All
Yo,
right.
I was so. It's this the 100th
100.
episode.
Here you go.
Oh
Gifts
shit.
from the Drink Champs.
Oh shit. And we don't give nobody shit but drinks. And we got some. There's no more liquor. We got your shirts.
We
Hey,
got one
listen,
more shot of Tiger Bomb.
Let's. Oh goddamn. I'm with JD.
Let's
JD
take
is
a 100
turning.
shot.
Yo, he is turning up. Oh, he got the fresh batch too. This is.
You gotta pour this one though.
All right, yeah. This is my Tiger Bone shot right here. This is terrible. It's a terrible cut. Now, JD.
Beast.
This is the ultimate thing. Is he coming with us to Wynwood?
Wood Tavern.
Wood Tavern.
Let's do it.
We're already in Wynwood.
Let's go.
You good, JD?
Yeah.
I got every drink you could ever drink. Now listen.
Hey yo, but why you pour N.O.R.E. shit like that?
Nah,
You
cause
gave him a
that's
whole
my
lot.
nigga.
You gave
You
him-
Bow Wow, you don't understand. We was in Nevada together, like this. It was-
But he got the
it was-
little one though.
No, I don't. It's the same.
Nah, he good. He good.
It's definitely
Okay,
not
where
the
yours
same
at
size,
though?
but it's the same size.
Definitely
Where
not
yours
the same size.
Where yours at? Where yours at?
He don't even got one. He's like 3
Come
shots
on,
behind
man.
us,
You
by
don't
the way.
Don't be drinking yours.
Yo,
You
listen.
drinking mine. You know what I'm saying?
We don't listen.
Oh, where
you know
my
what?
shit
I'll
at?
take it.
Oh, this is to 100 episodes.
Hold on, I'm
100th
gonna hit
episode.
You 100. Okay, hold on. So that's my champagne.
No, this me right here.
That's you?
That's your tiger right
Oh, that's my tiger. Okay.
Let's tiger it up.
What'd you say? What you want to wait? Hold up.
Yeah, you gotta take a shot.
Can't do Dominican stuff right now.
Nah, he's doing Puff Daddy shit. I respect that.
Mix, I'm gonna go on that
Listen,
tequila, man. I
Puff
can't-
is
I
my
can't fuck
nigga.
with that.
Oh, it's Bow
And
Wow.
DeLeon.
I can't fuck with that. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, and nobody they don't sponsor us at all
get some-
either. So I won't force you.
Everybody enjoy the tiger.
All right,
Not
fuck it, come
really.
on.
Oh, niggas, all right, yeah, give everybody. Yo, hold on. Yo, Jermaine,
BM.
Bow Wow, I want y'all. BM, that's your baby mom's or? I gotta understand. 'Cause I went in on the Janet shit too much. So I don't want.
No, that's the
your
homie.
baby mama.
Janet, and why did Janet make you whisper?
No, because that's my homie, my nigga. I want you to bring her back to hip hop.
Bring
I
it to
want you to
Drink
bring-
Champs.
Bring it back to hip hop. You gotta come do drink champ. You know how
What
classic
is
that
it, Janet?
is?
I have Janet come do drink champs.
You
Yeah,
and
that would be
Janet-
amazing. That would be amazing.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
come on.
Yo, JD, you gotta do it for hip hop.
Could
And
you
you
make
gotta
that
do it for
happen?
hip hop. You gotta
Nah,
do it.
come on.
You gotta do it. Okay, what
We'll
are we
have
doing right
posters
now?
of
Everybody yo, listen, let me bring up the Vegetarian Delight, my boy
Veggie
Chris.
Delight.
Veggie Delight. They
That's my
always
nigga right there.
Yeah. You know JD? Oh shit.
He served me. What's the little spot?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
the spot.
Let's find out.
Shit got real. Shit got real. Look.
Listen, it's no vegan spot I never
So
hit.
there you go. It's good tiger bone.
I was at his
I
spot.
forgot you're a vegan. Yeah, see, so you know this is the vegan drink.
That's what I told you.
Yeah, okay. Damn, that's why this ain't fucking them up. Yeah, salute. I got you.
Salute.
Look, Bow, are you gonna got the deli on? I can
You
salute
ain't
the
bring
deli
no
on.
food. I need some food though, by the way.
Yeah,
The spot closed though, ain't it? It's closed.
nah, nigga, listen, nigga, we'll send it to you.
I need some food.
We'll get you.
You
We'll
got
get
the
you.
bottle?
We'll get you some vegan.
Holla.
Yeah, damn. Let's go.
Hold on, wait.
Listen.
Let's see what Bow Wow's gonna do with this.
Handle that, Bow Wow.
I'm
Bow Wow
He
challenge.
went
Yeah,
deli
hold-
on.
Go ahead.
I don't see much.
Nah.
I don't see much happening there.
Nah, turn that shit up.
It's Bow Wow challenge. One more time.
Yo, come on, Mr. Miyagi and Daniel, son.
Come on.
Let's do it.
You on your own show right now.
Yo. Nah, I gotta sit down. Yo, let me tell you something. Yo,
All right, come on. This 5 right here.
all right, this is it. Eye to eye. Bow. Eye to eye. Yeah.
Take it down.
It was good.
What tell you the thing about Tiger Bone?
Good God. Oh shit.
When you drink, when you drink Tiger Bone,
Yeah,
your
36
soul.
chambers in this motherfucker.
Somebody's daughter's in trouble tonight.
Listen, when you drink Tiger Bone, your soul take a nap. Like your soul be like, I'm gonna chill out for a
Your
second.
soul says relax.
Your soul be like, I'm gonna walk over here. I'm keeping it real, JD.
That's 5, right?
That's fine. Yeah.
Somebody
50 only did 4.
did more than 5?
No. 50 did 4. Don't say 50.
Oh, I just did 6.
If you did 6, we did 6.
That's 6.
You good.
Let's do 7.
Huh?
BM said one more. BM said you should do one more and
Seven.
break
You
the
ain't
record.
got
7 is the right number. It's a
Go
God.
7 that way.
7.
Better lock
7
it
is the
down.
God number. 7 is the
Go
God
7.
number.
Hey!
7 is the God number.
man.
God damn. Boy, y'all niggas crazy.
We gonna throw up.
Listen, this is a fact. I don't even want to go set.
I don't want to drink it, but we got it.
Niggas
I'm
ain't
in.
going out.
JD ain't playing. We told you we celebrating his life. He started out, and he's still here having fun, smiling. That's a beautiful thing. I ain't gonna front. Nigga disrespected me.
Hey.
He gave me way too much.
Yeah, way too much. And we gotta say congratulations to the Yaritza and Abe.
Oh shit, they invited us to their wedding.
But it already happened.
I'm
So
still going
congratulations.
in my mind.
Nah,
In
we
my
gotta
mind.
it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little too
heavy.
I ain't gonna front. I'll
Give
take
it
it.
to Bow Wow.
No, that's heavy.
Hell no!
No. Don't mix it with that. Look,
not
look.
do that.
Fuck it, Jamie. It's your
Just
birthday.
take it down.
You turned 19 yesterday.
Take it down, brother. Take it down.
All right, hold on. Let's.
Give it away. Give it away.
Yeah. A little bit. Just a little bit.
We gotta deal with this nigga all night.
All right, that's cool. I'm gonna take the whole thing.
You gonna take the whole thing?
Take the whole thing.
Oh,
For
God.
you.
All right.
Because you know why?
For the legend.
This
Don't you ask-
I want the record here.
Okay.
I want niggas gotta break my record. So BM, you told me 7, right? That's what it is.
Oh, we at 7?
So we at 7.
God.
Terrible.
7. We going out?
Fuck this nasty. You going out? That shit is disgusting. Twins. Yo.
Go out.
Yo.
No, don't spray that shit. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Fuck, man.
You gotta clean the aura.
Come on, man.
I got my
Inside. Stevie.
All right, 7. Just so let's make sure everybody know. I hold the record.
All right. JD, let me just explain to you something. You see my two guys right there, those are both the twins.
Okay.
That's my twin right there. He had just had a recent accident and you know,
Don't crash into me, bro.
he crashed and you know now he's disabled. It's okay, but we gonna ride with him every step of the way. And then the other twin right there, he's on mass steroids. He's my friend.
Pause, but let me say something.
Okay,
Man. Hey,
yo,
yo,
listen.
hey, man, this is big. This is
Yeah.
big. This is the 100th episode.
Yeah.
Yo, I could have died on episode 48. My
Chill.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's the fact, though.
Yeah.
Danny Garcia's episode was the last episode before my accident, dog. And it's crazy how he recognizes that because that nigga shows me mad love on Instagram. And shout out to all the fans in Pakistan and Thailand. My nigga, I'm talking about fucking everywhere, yo, all over the world. The Netherlands, we got people everywhere. We got legends. We got Bow Wow in here, my nigga. Y'all sleeping on Bow Wow, my nigga. That nigga's a legend.
Yes,
You
yes.
already know we were Jermaine Dupri legends. You mentioned them names, people know it. But we living, we taking shots. I just took my 100 shot to Tiger Boom, baby. Let's get it. Let's celebrate. I'm still eating ass, nigga.
Yeah.
And this the other twin. So now this is the other twin that I hang out with him, and he wanted to drink Tiger Bone with me. And what happened? Come on, Arnold Schwarzenegger twin.
I work out 7 days a week, eat 6-7 meals a day, so I'm not on steroids.
And then hit that HGH. Good.
Number 2, 4 years ago,
The
Tiger
cream.
Bone sent me to the hospital with 7 shots.
Wait.
7 shots of Tiger Bone sent me to the hospital. And vegan delight had to do something with that.
We don't co-sign.
They thought I tried to commit suicide
What the fuck?
at the hospital because I went to the hospital. Because for some reason, Tiger Bone is some type of cream.
I'm gonna tell you what is your problem. You can't eat pork and vegan food on the same day. Your guard said you gotta relax. That's what happened.
I'll take a shot today, though. What's up?
Let's go then.
All right.
I'll take it today.
All right,
No, I'm not done no more. I'm saying he gonna have his one.
Yeah, he
You gotta get yours. You gotta catch up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's do another one.
Huh?
No, you do another one.
No, you doing it.
I'm in.
No, I'm done. I'm fucked up.
Oh, wait, what did you just say?
He fucked up.
I'm fucked up.
We should take a shot of Don Julio, bro.
I was
Nah,
just
it's
listen.
on him.
I was
It's his birthday.
I was watching Blow last night.
Word?
Hey,
I never thought.
listen to the dude. Oh, by the way, if I wasn't making music, I'd be a drug dealer.
Oh, fuck.
Flat out.
We going there?
I think that's everybody
I'm just saying.
here.
I'm in.
Huh?
I think everybody here would be.
I mean, but I would be a real smart drug dealer.
Yeah, we can tell.
We might be dumb drug dealers, but we'd be.
Huh?
So we can tell.
But yeah, I actually hate the movie Blow because how they treat my nigga. But I fuck with it because that's one of the dopest movies. But and the nigga come back from Colombia and the nigga got the cocaine on the table and the dude telling him like what the rate of the cocaine is. He like usually if it's like 175 or
the purity.
Yeah, the purity, right? And the shit go up to 185. And the nigga like, yo, goddamn, where the fuck did y'all get this? Can I do a line of this shit? And the nigga hit the shit. And the nigga like, they talking and then he just come out of nowhere like, I can't feel my face.
That's a Tiger Ball story right
now? That's how I feel right now.
That's what Drink Champs supposed
I'm like, yo, I'm touching my lips and shit, my shit.
Drink Champs don't want you to feed your
my shit.
My lips dry as a motherfucker too. I've been licking my lips the
Let
whole
me just say
interview.
something.
God.
I want to thank you, brothers, because I could talk to you guys all night, but I know we just have the most fun that we could have. So I'm gonna end it on the strength of we loving y'all, cause we're gonna keep going and keep going and keep going. And you know what? Thank you for coming here because the basis of our story, me and my partner DJ EFN right there. It's like, why don't people respect people after they, have success and continue to do something else? Like, what happened? Why don't in hip hop and every other genre of music, rock and roll, jazz, like you get to a certain level and people respect you. People say, but in hip hop, they give you a milk date. We'd be like, you got an expiration date, motherfucker. By the 24th of September, such and such.
Better not have a white beard either.
You should be out of
Better
here.
not have a white beard.
And then KRS-One, which was one of my favorite rappers, said, watch what you say because you're attractive. So I hope his message is correct because as a person get older, as a person continue to put in work in hip hop, and we continue to salute them, I want with KRS-One message to be lived out.
100%.
Watch what you say because you're attractive. So at one point, I heard people say, because Jay said, what did he say? He said, you guys on Instagram putting money to your ear. That ain't money over here. And I understood what he meant. He was dissing the young generation. He was understanding, go get a black card, young homie. Go get some credit. Go get something. Go buy a vehicle. Go, so you could actually but people took that as it was disrespect because of his elderness. So before that album came out, what we wanted to do, we wanted to say, the older you became in hip hop, the more you just kept reigning supreme in hip hop. We want to salute that. We want to respect that. We want to sit back and what's that shit called? The scope.
What's that?
Like when an ant comes and you put the the magnifying. We want to put the magnifying glass on our CEOs.
Pouring liquor on that ant.
Oh yeah, that too. But we want to put the magnifying glass on our CEOs, the people that come out here and help keep pushing hip hop forward. Because the thing about it, hip hop should be its own religion. Hip hop should be its own gospel. It should be its own race. Like people should at some point in the near future, people should register, black, white, and then hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Word up.
Bring back the OG as well.
Word up.
Gotta relax.
Word up.
Nah, but you should no. But you're right. You're right. But there's a different moment in life what I'm talking about. Like at the end of the day, when people should register to vote, we should register hip hop. Like hip hop. I'm on Wild and Jada. You could tell me, please.
Nah, it's
Nah,
our
you
common
good.
language,
Nah, you right.
bro.
You
Like we
right.
should register hip hop because that's what we did with Borak. It wasn't a race thing. Everybody think like it was a race thing, but we knew he was hip hop when he
I think that
walked
was
through.
the first hip-hop
When we
president,
walked
absolutely.
through, he knew Hove lyrics. Niggas was like, nah, he knew Hove shit. He know Illmatic. Let's vote for that nigga.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't vote for Jesse. Let's just keep it real. I was there. I was like, Jesse, I'm not sure. You voted for Jesse?
Jesse Jackson?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think
wasn't-
nobody
I was
here
voting
voted
age.
for
I wasn't
Jesse.
voting age.
Nobody voted
Yo,
for
Bow,
Jesse.
where Bow going? All right, cool.
He's voted for Jesse.
Yeah, Bow trying to take something down right now. He's still single. He's still single out here. I respect that. I can always recognize a single nigga.
You recognize it?
I can always recognize a single nigga. I'm like, all right, cool.
All
He should
right.
be
It's-
drinking more Taco Bone
He
then.
gonna get everybody here.
He
in
don't
trouble.
understand it.
He don't even know. But
Sign language. Yo, your sign language game is ill.
oh my God, I'm sorry. Because you know why I want to smoke a cigarette, but I'm gonna smoke some weed. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is, hip hop
Started on the park.
respected Puerto Rico Islands before the fucking United States.
Absolutely,
government.
absolutely.
How disgusting
Absolutely.
was that?
We
For
all
y'all to
came
see
to
that.
Puerto Rico's aid. Hip hop came to Puerto Rico.
Hip hop came. Did you realize that? I'm sorry, I got political on y'all. This wasn't a part of the program. Look, Puerto Rico, nigga, fuck that. Don't you complain. That's some Puerto Rico music right there. Go ahead.
Puerto Rico.
But did you see hip hop come to the aid of Puerto Rico before our own
Oh, yeah,
president?
absolutely.
Did y'all
Right
see that
now,
on
not
Instagram?
before. It's still our president still has it.
Absolutely.
Oh, he didn't lift the ban?
He did, but I'm saying it's still what he's doing is not enough. And hip hop, the community is still coming to. Private citizens are helping Puerto Rico right
And
now.
then I seen in Atlanta one year, y'all had 2 feet of snow. And y'all.
The whole city shuts down.
Yeah, y'all went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not.
Huh?
Atlanta never had a crisis
Yeah,
like
no.
that. No, never. But how do you feel as an American seeing that happen?
I mean, I think that's the beauty of hip hop, though. I think it's like we shouldn't be surprised because that's what hip hop does anyway. Hip hop has introduced people to everybody to different something completely. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't even know if that like when I was first started making music, I don't think it's no Puerto Rican girls in Atlanta. You know what I mean? I don't think it was no Puerto Rican girls in Atlanta. I know of.
I'm sure.
So it's well, they wasn't not around in College Park. They know over there where I'm living. I'm just saying. So it's like hip hop introduced you to that type of woman.
Right.
Hip hop introduced you to going to the Dominican Republic. Like we went to DR for what we went there for.
It's like a music conference. It's like a big conference.
The Bow, I
Yeah, the
remember.
summer. Yeah.
Yeah, he better remember. He was wilding over there.
Yo, come on, yeah.
Dominican babies.
Yo, too much liquor, man. Too much liquor.
Too soon.
Too much liquor.
Let's give him a story.
Oh, you're wild right
Give him a
now.
big.
Can I give y'all a story about
Yeah,
Bow
go
Wow?
ahead, go ahead.
Can I give y'all this Bow Wow story?
No. Hey, it's over.
It's all good. Let him know that time at the Dominican Republic.
Okay, I gotta tell y'all.
This ain't.
I gotta tell you because I'm
Hey,
drunk
man.
and I need some food.
I plead the fifth.
And we got you. We got
No,
this
my
on the
nigga,
food.
he ain't at work no more. All right, listen, I'm drunk though. Hold up.
Bow Wow and Dominican
So
Republic.
me and Bow Wow go to DR. We out there for this convention. It's I don't know who convention. It's a DJ convention. And these Dominican girls come back to the hotel room.
Sounds like a bad story.
Yo, you really about to tell
And
this
they
shit?
don't speak no English, right? And we don't speak Spanish.
Exactly.
So it's just like a whole bunch of just fucked up, like what's going on. But, you know, in every language, get naked is the same talk than get naked, right?
Sexy talk.
Yeah. So this guy Bow Wow, I go back in I go in the room, Bow Wow's in there fucking this Dominican girl.
There's no getting around that one.
And he's talking to her crazy.
In English?
In Spanish? No, he learned
He's saying all
Spanish.
kind of,
He learned Spanish.
He's saying the
quick.
craziest shit in the world to this girl. And she don't understand nothing he's saying. So it's like, I'm like, yo, you're not, it's not even, you're not getting your point across because she don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yo, when I tell you this nigga was talking so crazy to her, I'm saying the craziest shit in the world that he could possibly say to her, he's saying this to her. Yeah, fuck me, dude.
That was, and fuck me, and fuck me.
Listen, by the way, I walked in while this was happening, and I couldn't believe it. That's why I'm telling y'all, because I'm like, this nigga's talking to her.
Okay.
And she don't know nothing he's saying. He's saying it to her like, you gotta, come on, you. She's like, what the fuck what are you talking about? Yo, this
Okay.
nigga was wildin'.
Okay, before we go to Bow Wow, we're going right to you, Bow. You better prepare your answer. All right.
Look, he's crying. Look.
But what made you know that is another door over there?
Where?
We're about it's the same door.
think he heard them.
I thought that is.
Oh, we in the same room.
Oh,
I mean, we in the
shit.
same. We
Bow
got a
Wow,
house.
I'm trying to say you, Bow Wow.
We got a house.
All right, so what happened, Bow?
I mean, he pretty much said it.
Just say you were learning Spanish that day.
I was wilding. I was wigging. Because, it was fun. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, she don't know. I was like, this is like practice for when I want to talk to an American girl like this. So I was like,
I respect that.
I was like, yo, fuck it, we're going to have some fun. It's my first time. And we really took the jet. We really took it.
Oh
We
yeah,
really flew
DR.
private. We really flew
I
private.
don't know why I
remember that
thought
trip.
I was in Germany for some reason.
So I was like, fuck it.
DR.
I was like, JD got the plane. We had the nice girls in there, and I was just like, fuck it. I was just charged up. I had a good time. I had a good time. For sure, I had a good time.
I ain't never seen no crazy shit like that in my life.
What are you talking about, JD? I don't understand.
Huh?
You're saying crazy
I'm
shit.
saying the girl don't understand you. He's talking to her like she sucked my dick.
So what would she do? Suck his leg?
He's talking to her.
So where were the instructions going if she didn't understand what you were saying, bro? If you said suck my dick, what happened then? She sucked your thumb?
No.
No, wait, listen. By the way, listen, before I came over here, Bow Wow told me, he's like, JD.
Don't talk about my
Yeah,
bilingual
blow us up.
experience.
Bow Wow called me and said, yo, JD, N.O.R.E, he gonna want these stories. So I'm trying to give these niggas some stories. That's what you told me, right?
Bow Wow didn't know you gonna get
Bow Wow gave you the Bow Wow
it's
challenge.
your stories.
I'm just giving y'all some exclusive shit, you know what I mean?
Look, we weren't gonna ask you. Let me tell you something, Bow. We weren't gonna ask you if it's true, cause this nigga bowed the whole time. When a nigga like this, I'm like,
Oh, it's 100% the truth. I'm not lying over here. I'm telling you actual real shit.
Oh, man.
I don't, no lies. It's
nah,
real
but
shit.
you know what?
By the way, I get mad about my life, right? Because my life is so real. It's just so real. I see so much shit that niggas ain't never seen. So I like these type of opportunities where I can tell y'all shit and say shit. Cause I've seen so much since I was 12 that nobody ain't ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, so it's crazy that you have to keep all of this shit like in your body.
I drink champs. You could give us all.
Yeah, you gotta give it out. That's what I'm saying.
We
You
need
know,
more.
you gotta give it
We
out.
can go 2 more hours. It's okay. Give it up.
You gotta give it out. So
I
I
ain't
mean,
gonna
you know,
lie. I've been holding my pee since
I already
9:40.
released myself.
I looked at the time, it was 11:58. I gotta relax.
Oh yeah, we been here since 8
No,
o'clock.
no. No, listen, let me tell you something, JD.
Damn, it's 11 o'clock.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Shit.
No, you gotta relax. Jay, you gotta relax, JD.
You gotta relax.
You gotta relax. You gotta say that on the mic. You gotta relax.
You gotta relax. You gotta relax.
You gotta relax.
Okay.
This is what we do. Cause see in hip hop, they give us an expiration date like a.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yo.
Arnold, what are you doing, Arnold? That nigga. I came to pick up
twins. You gotta relax.
He was picking up mad weight over
Yo,
there.
listen. That's steroids twin, and that's cocaine high. That's our engineer. It's your cocaine.
All right.
That cocaine.
Okay.
Oh,
Only on the weekend.
Yo, Jermaine. I so lit, yo. We got a cocaine engineer.
Listen, before I get about it, I really want to say this that
I'm sorry, Jermaine.
this nigga N.O.R.E. was trolling when I did the rap radar shit.
Yeah.
The nigga was going so hard on me.
Oh, yes, I was.
Yo, why the fuck is you on them niggas show?
Because you my nigga. You know
Yo,
why?
he was on Twitter going stupid. So
They
then
wasn't
Bow
in
Wow-
Reno, Nevada.
So Bow Wow
With
called me.
us.
Bow Wow called me like, yo, you gotta do N.O.R.E. show, man. That nigga show the shit. You gotta go do that nigga show.
You did the wrong show first.
Oh, I did the wrong show
You
first?
did the wrong show first.
Okay.
I was gonna bring it up, but you did. So I gotta throw that out there. I was like, come on, Slime. Them niggas wasn't out. You remember Reno, Nevada? When we was out there?
He remembers.
You
He
said
obviously
it.
remembers Reno,
He keep
Nevada.
talking about Impact. Listen, by the way, Impact.
Impact.
division-
Impact was a big
Impact-
conference.
That's how I
Impact
know
conference.
you know I know what I'm talking.
Impact.
And you know what? Yo, there was so niggas that moved when the West Coast niggas came, and I remember JD standing there with me. Like he stood there. I was there, but JD was right there. I remember he not moving. So I said, damn, that's my nigga. Like I know we never officially said that, but I appreciate it when all them East Coast niggas went upstairs. And that's how I met E40. Because E40 came to me and said, damn, everybody from the East Coast went up. And I'm the only nigga that actually got a fucking record dissing the West Coast. And I wasn't dissing them, but I was standing up for my coast, LA. And I stood there. And one of the only other motherfuckers that stood there was this nigga. And then, this is how I know his Dom Perignon story is 100% the truth. I said, yo, what you drinking? I thought he was going to say, and they straight. And nigga said, Dom Perignon. I was like, oh, shit. I grabbed the president of the record label, Sunil Levine. This nigga's one Dom Perignon. I'm not moving. I can't move. Get that nigga what he want. And I bought you Bon. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. I bought you Dom Perignon. I don't even think you drank it. I thought you just like, all right, cool. He was testing me out. He was like, all right, cool. The nigga actually bought me Dom Perignon.
That's what's up.
And I might have drank that shit. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, but no, but that was some real shit. Come here, no. That was some real shit because at that time it was either you full-fledged East Coast, like Atlanta was looked at as the East Coast.
Word up.
Keep it real. Like we didn't have the division that these kids have now. Like you got to be from Memphis. Like it was all like it was almost like the NBA. You know how like the NBA, they say this is all East Coast. They say Miami's East Coast, Atlanta's East Coast. It was almost like that.
Yeah, it was 100%.
Keep it real. Like
Yeah.
am I bugging out?
No, 100%. East Coast was East Coast. I mean, that's what Atlanta is the East Coast, though. Miami's the East Coast. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're all the East Coast.
Yeah, it's the East
we gotta
Coast.
stick together. You gotta relax.
Not really.
Y'all want to claim y'all South shit?
Yeah, it was a little different.
Oh,
Who is this? It's that steroid shit. This my nigga right here taking steroids.
You want to move furniture?
I don't give a fuck. He's
It's
still
that
my
little
man.
dude. He be moving
He's
around.
still
me.
my man. Come on, twin. That's twins. Look, you see, you met the other twin. This is the other twin. He taking steroids.
What are you gonna
He
do?
wanna-
Work out?
Yeah. He taking steroids. Yeah, good. Look, what's
Nobody
good?
doing steroids, man.
Oh.
Chill,
Come on, nigga. I know about the cream. It's the cream.
You put cream on?
Nah, it's called
Creatine?
Yeah.
it's called maintenance. You feel me? You gotta maintain every muscle in your body every week. That's it. All right. If you maintain every muscle in your body every week, you'll be good.
And here a little HGH. Okay. I went in. I'm so sorry. Yo, JD, let me tell you something, man. If a person,
Porkies?
you know he taking. Yeah, come here, twin. You know him and Mike is going in. You seen them niggas in LA Fitness? Them niggas is different. You seen them in LA Fitness? They different.
I'll be sliding on my twin hoes, my nigga.
Cause all you can do is eat ass now. Keep it real. You know, this is an eating ass show. No. Go over to eat.
Nah, he gonna eat ass on your fucking butt.
Eat ass on my butt.
I have no choice now but to become a professional ass eater. That's it.
Eddie gonna battle you.
So they come to my room. So I'm a professional ass eater now. I have no choice. Yo, my goatee's getting bigger now, son. That shit getting thicker, my nigga. That's cause, you know what I'm saying, I'm just waiting on the little beard to go on. You know, look, nigga Bow Wow too, son. He's like 30. He still got the little joint. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, nigga? So, nah, chill. Bow Wow challenge, nigga. You say Bow Wow anyway, they know who Lil Bow Wow is. You gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? But
This is the way it work. You love me, you gotta love my twin. You feel me? You love me, you gotta love both of us.
She fuck you?
Nah, pause. Nah, I met a bitch. Nah, pause. Yo, chill. This how. Nah. I'ma keep it real. This how I be like. I be like, yo, I see a bad bitch in the club. I tell my twin, I'm like, yo, you gotta fuck her for me, my nigga. And he goes and bags and fucks her for me. Like, that's a fact.
So your twin.
Nah, cause
you
know,
I've seen this before.
I can't be the doggy style. So he, you know what I'm saying? So I be like, yo, you gotta do what I can't do for her. You know what I'm saying? But we don't share them.
You know, he's temporarily out of service for the moment. You feel me? For the moment.
You did. Hey, man, because I'm going to walk again, man. Fuck that. I ain't the first paraplegic to walk again. I'm going to walk again, man. Fuck that. It's only, hey, baby, it's only been 10 months, baby. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it, goddammit.
Come on, man.
You got that.
We out here with REVOLT money right now. We got to relax. Yo, let me tell you something. You know we was in Little 80 before. You know what Little 80 is? Yeah. You die right there. But now we're in Wynwood. This is very good, right?
Wynwood. It
what
used to be
Wynwood?
very bad, FYI.
It used to be very bad. That's because you're like a official Miami guy.
Okay.
You gotta relax. Like, let's talk about the millennials.
All right, it's very good now.
Now we're in like the upgraded section.
Nah, see.
And we're still hooding it out, JD. So now we gotta take one more shot.
Nah, I'm done. What we
No,
drinking?
you can't be done.
It's
Yo,
1940
you want the 1942? You want
Come
the?
on, one last shot.
That's the goal.
He putting
Make
that
sure
shit
it's
in the
wrapped
crib
up.
right now. He putting that shit in the crib.
One more shot. One more.
One more shot and that's
One more
it.
for the road.
No, you can take that to
One
go.
more
That's
for the road.
yours.
What we
I'll pack it. I'll pack it.
What we
for you.
doing? One more
I'll pack
shot
it
for
for
the
you.
Look at
road.
that, like UPS.
Cause JD, I thought I did a great job. I was wrong.
Still out there?
Yeah, no, I was wrong.
Pack it very good.
Blaine,
I
I'm
was
there so
wrong.
you don't
Oh, there you go. Look, and that's for you.
All right.
And JD.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to know. We could have got like mad journatorial. What is that shit called?
I have no idea where you were starting.
Like journalistic. We don't want to do that.
Journalistical.
We are both fans of you. You know what we do when we about to film people? We just sit there and just listen to their old music.
Yep.
We come here early and we just sit there and we just listen to their old music. Everything, we make a playlist.
Facts.
Spotify, Tidal, Hiatus. Because we give you the good playlist. How people should be represented.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I guess the reason why this show works is because they quote unquote call me a hip hop legend. But guess what? Even if I'm a hip hop legend, it will never take me away. And my brother, DJ EFN, Mixtape King, it will never take away from me not being a fan
Word up.
of what originally played out. And I've never been scared or afraid to be a fan of anybody. I love being a fan. Why not? The thing in hip hop, we stop praising being a fan.
Yeah.
People being afraid of being fans.
Yo, spray that Creed, goddamn it. Hold on. Let's wait.
Man,
There,
took a shot of that.
It's 500 to spray. You gotta relax.
You gotta put this shit in your face when you kiss when the bitches kiss you. In your
All right, go find some bitches or something, cause no bitches over here. You my nigga. But no, that's my nigga. You know, twin good. He can do whatever the fuck he wanna do. All right, you gonna pop a bottle? Pop the other shit. Yo, hold on. Hot champagne kill people. You already know. So what I want to continue to do is continue to praise our legends. JD. In case you don't claim it, it's like sometimes people come to me and be like, "Yo, you put the Neptunes on," and I'm like, "Wow, the Neptunes is gonna be who the Neptunes, whoever, whether they gave me a record or not." They were
You
talented.
did put them on, though.
Yeah, facts.
You did put them on.
But that's my way of being home. You know.
But you put them on.
Thank you. But I don't want you to ever forget what you did for the whole northern East Coast hemisphere. You know, we didn't know what was happening in Atlanta. We didn't have what's them hotels they had? Y'all had a hotel. I forget. It was like no, not the Swiss Hotel. That came later. That was next to Lenox Mall. Yeah, you think I don't know what I'm talking about? The Swiss Hotel. Yeah, and it had Roof Chris under there too.
Yeah,
and
look
then
at
it
you,
also
look,
had
you know,
it also had the Palm Restaurant under
know,
there too.
you know.
I've been through different eras.
You know.
But it was La Quinta.
La Quinta.
La Quinta. Like you know, I was
La
hurting.
Quinta's the
My
right way to
first
say it,
first
right?
visit to Atlanta, I was hurting. So I went to La Quinta. It's like $40. And then I realized, I said, damn, these niggas move the same way. They allocate the same way but they got accents. And I said, us in New York, we were retarded. You know, there was rules. You don't go to a strip club in New York. That's rule 1. Rule 2, if you go to a strip club, you don't throw money. Rule 2, you don't take shits.
3.
I did all that. My first week in Miami. But in Atlanta, when Players Club, I'm gonna tell you what transitions the whole shit. You remember when Players Club came out? And Ice Cube focused on Atlanta strip club. You remember what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I went to Atlanta, I don't think the only club that's still open from back then is Magic City. That's the only. Am I correct?
Yes, 100%.
Like there was other clubs. Onyx came later, right?
Yeah, later.
Came way later. And you guys introduced the strip club, even though Miami has been living it.
We live off of
No, but I'm
strip
saying
club
through
is
hip hop.
The culture of Miami.
No, but I'm saying through hip hop.
And yeah, through hip hop here too. With 2 Live and all them, and Luke and everybody.
Oh, so
Yeah, but we
can't give it to Atlanta
we
right now.
made
I'm
it.
telling
We
you.
made the strippers famous.
I mean, we could battle that in Miami.
Huh? Name one stripper.
Red to start.
Who?
What's the name? Red from Luke. Shorty Red. Yeah.
Shorty Red.
Who-
That's
who-
only one though.
You said name one.
I'm saying like, listen.
I'm just saying like 2 Live Crew. I just think 2 Live Crew gave birth.
No,
to
y'all
it.
did. Y'all gave birth to the.
Because when I went to Atlanta, you can't even touch a girl in Atlanta in a strip club. You can't get a real lap dance. You can't get none. In Miami, you can get full-on lap dance, everything.
See,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know what time.
I am
when you
stupid to
went.
this
I'm talking
conversation.
about from the 90s
I'm gonna take a
on. Like,
Nah,
quick
they-
pee-pee, so I'm
they-
coming
they
right
full
back.
of
like I'm talking about Rolex.
By the
I'm
way,
talking
in
about-
Miami and Atlanta is the only place where it's real strip clubs at.
Absolutely. I believe that.
Real
yeah.
true strip clubs where you can see a bitch whole insides for
I mean,
$10.
Yeah, you're right. But I think what he's saying, this is what we can all agreed to is that we broke records.
No,
in
no,
the
y'all
strip
did,
club.
y'all did what y'all did. Y'all
All
thing.
of us, we
But I'm
broke
saying-
records in the strip club.
But what we did, we made the strippers famous in Atlanta. That's what we did. Like white chocolate, sugar, man. Like we started making the strippers. The strippers became like the
I
product.
mean, I'm probably the bad ambassador for the strippers being famous in Miami, but I guarantee you, Luke made a lot of strippers in Miami famous.
Tip drill. I mean, yeah, you know, some. But I'm saying that focus became Atlanta's focus was like the strippers, right? It was a club called the Gentleman's Club, and they used to focus on like the hottest stripper a month, right? You go to the club, you see the girl. As soon as you walk in the club, they have a big old sign out there like, "This is stripper of the month," right? The stripper of the month. So you start. We would go to the clubs for that girl.
Y'all had stripper of the
For
month
this
in
girl.
Miami?
I'm sure we had stripper of the day in Miami.
God damn.
Guaranteed.
So you know what I mean, and that to me that's what the strip clubs lost now. The strip clubs don't.
I
they
just
don't-
think that
they don't focus on like
entirely
I had a girl.
the South, the strip club culture is a Southern thing.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Atlanta,
All right.
Miami. That's it.
All right,
Yeah,
this
like,
is
you
the
know,
two
like-
things I gotta.
and-
Before we end
But
this.
no, before the thing is, we broke records in the strip clubs
100%.
in the South, in Miami, in Atlanta. I'm assuming, like that's the
Okay.
way we broke records.
These are two things I gotta get established before y'all get out of here. All right. When you think of the strip club culture, it's as a person from New York, East Coaster, I always think of Miami or Atlanta, right? And for a strange reason, every time I think about lemon pepper, I think of Miami or Atlanta. Yeah, motherfucker.
No, he's thinking of the stripper named Lemon Pepper.
Lemon pepper, motherfucker. I need to understand. Now, Bow, you from Ohio, right?
Yeah, I was born. Yeah.
I'm from New York. So me and you gotta ask. And you from Miami, correct? You
By
from
way of
Atlanta,
LA.
But I've
correct?
been in Atlanta
I'm a
damn near
Miami
my
guy.
whole life.
All right. Listen. Let's do a game show, right?
Let's go.
Let's do a game show.
We gonna roll up our
I
sleeves?
want to say, where did the strip club culture start? And I want to see which one of y'all.
I don't think we can say it started anywhere.
Anywhere?
specific.
Okay, so
'Cause sex
where did the strip
was
club go?
everywhere, bro.
Sex? Go ahead.
I'm saying, like,
No, strip club culture. I'm talking about.
Strip club
stripping,
culture.
but I'm
Because
saying
that
chicks
didn't
strip-
represent sex. See, at some point, that's the reason why New York didn't mess with strip club culture, because we thought you had to buy sex and all that.
No,
we didn't
the
understand.
further north
Players
you went
Club,
up, it was
Players
horrible.
Club, the movie, actually.
Y'all had pasties in the club. That was horrible, man. What's wrong with y'all?
Okay, you win. You win on that one.
Pasties.
But after we seen the movie Players Club, New Yorkers was like, oh, that's what they do. They go there to chill. We didn't know that. Y'all don't agree with me?
I agree with you.
But you way too young.
Obviously,
You gotta relax. Yeah. Well, on this one, stay out. Cause you my brother, but you way too.
the strip
You
club
agree-
was almost like being in a club.
JD, you. Don't worry. Just
No, go
it's
ahead.
good. Do what
They
you
don't
gotta
mind
do.
to us. We're just here talking.
But at that time, when the Players Club came out, the movie, you remember that? That's the first time New Yorkers realized that Southerners, y'all actually go to strip club to chill.
Wait, but what year was Players Club? The
I don't know.
Because I
Come
could
on.
imagine that.
We got a guy, he got the Google in front of him.
Because before that movie came out, y'all was already coming down to Miami for How Can
Yeah,
I Be
but we
Down?
wasn't
and
fucking
Luke
with
was
strip
already
clubs.
doing Luke's Peep Show.
We was not fucking with strip clubs. See, strip clubs was like
New York, though. He's
disrespectful.
talking about New York.
I'm just saying New York.
By the way, I'm gonna say this. But
I'm
right
saying
now.
they was coming
let me,
down.
hold on, let me say
They was
this.
coming down.
Let me just say this. Like, what he's talking about with the New York shit. Like, when I put out
Way too late.
Bone
my
Crusher, and I put out the Young Bloods, right?
Dope. Young Bloods is so ill.
This nigga talk.
Yo, Young Bloods is so
Come on,
I-
come on. Everybody hit the
Hey,
table. Hit
yo,
the
my
table
bad.
again. Hit the
I
table
feel
again.
horrible that I didn't realize that.
Like, listen,
This
listen.
nigga JD is coming here. He's
All right, so
Young Bloods is so
hold on,
ill.
listen. So when I put these records out, K Slade, K Slade was. I guess he was dissing me. He was mad at me. I don't know why, but I don't know what it was. But K Slade had said that, like, one of my street team guys went out, and they were saying that K Slade was like, "Yo, if you bring another one of these Southern records in here, we not with this shit. This is before New York sounded the way New York sounds right now.
Because I can imagine.
Hold on, listen. So the strip club era, what he's talking about, in New York wasn't on this.
They never were.
Right? So New York had their own way of that they was doing. Sue's Rendezvous in the Bronx, right? So I
lap dancing standing
That
up.
even came later.
I went to Sue's and I was checking out how they was going on Sue's, and I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna do Atlanta versus New York. So I got every girl from the Gentleman's Club, Magic City, and Strokers, and all these places, and I put them on this tour bus, and I took them to New York. And we went to New York, and we did this battle between Atlanta and New York. Amber Rose was still stripping at Sue's Rendezvous at this particular point in time.
Dropping gems.
And it was like, you could tell, like it was a completely different era of what was happening in Atlanta compared to what was going on in New York.
Right.
Now New York looks just like Atlanta.
Sonically as well.
Strip clubs, sound, everything.
So you saying back then y'all killed us?
Yeah, we killed you. Because
No, he's saying
we had
take over.
We had, but it was the culture that you're talking about. I brought that to New York with the thing, and just Atlanta was ahead of the fake asses, all of that shit. Atlanta was doing
Brazilian
that.
butt lifts.
Yeah, all that. Atlanta
That
was.
shit started there.
Atlanta
in
was
Lennox Mall.
Atlanta was.
Let's respect
Atlanta was all that.
Let's make some noise for Atlanta.
By the way,
Wow.
and this was after Luke, so it wasn't like, not like I was disrespecting Miami, because Miami definitely set this off. Right. But it was like after Luke stopped his penetration of what he was doing. Pause. It was Luke was the guy that was letting everybody know what was going on in Miami as far as the strip clubs go. Once he stopped that, Atlanta took that over. We took it over. We took it over, like I said, in a light that put the light on the dancers, the girls, that was you wanted to see this girl, you wanted to see this girl, you wanted to see this girl. That's what Atlanta did. We put the light on the girls.
So that's why these chicks got 1 million followers.
Yeah, that's where that started.
And no heart.
Yeah, that's where that started.
No heart.
They ruthless out here. You ever see this girl? Yeah. Hey, twin, you gotta relax.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, cause I
Yo, let me tell you something. If you ever see a Spanish guy sad, just bring him to Atlanta. Spanish niggas get no love in Atlanta.
No love.
Yo.
You gonna tell me I get on love, nigga?
You gotta
That's
relax.
not true. I don't think that's true.
Me every day.
Yeah, you drive home. He drive.
Yo, he knows, my nigga.
Yeah.
You told me I had to bust off before I drove the car again.
Yeah, because you was loaded. He stood there. Let me tell you something.
The Cuban bitches, the Venezuelan, Colombians.
Listen.
But when I got there, I saw very authentic African American.
I fuck with you in Venezuela.
I saw real yellow bones, my nigga. I was fucking going crazy, son. Yo, my nigga.
Yo, tell him about
Yeah, listen.
These hard ass Cuban bitches, my nigga. These fucking big ass fucking yellow bones, the real ass. I was going crazy.
You gotta relax, twin.
Wow.
All right, listen.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. And look, see, Bow been through this already. Bow been through this, so Bow just looking at JD. And you know
When
what?
Bow Wow was little, right? When Bow Wow was little,
Please tell us.
I had all these stripper girls around me, and Bow Wow just used to be like, yo, mad.
Why?
Because he was just mad at me because I had all the stripper girls. And the nigga was like, the one day, like, we took this trip to Dallas. And the nigga went crazy on the stripper girl on the bus. Like,
They got mad at her?
he was like a little kid, but he went crazy. Like, he was like almost like damn near trying to take everybody hostage or some crazy shit. Cause he wanted this stripper so bad. He wanted this girl so bad.
And you had her with you?
Yeah, he was mad because I had her with me. And when he got old enough, he went and fucked all these girls that was like these strippers that I used to fuck with. This nigga went and go fuck all the girls. Like,
That's the original Bow Wow challenge.
So Bow, I wasn't gonna bring this up.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry, 'cause you know I'm not a gossip guy. That's not
But
what
he's
I
gonna
do.
bring it up.
But I gotta bring it up, because JD gave me the super alley-oop. I'm just so sorry.
Cha-ching.
So, what is it? Media takeout? They're saying that you responded to Future.
No,
because-
yeah, nah, I seen that. Nah, the media just took what I said and put it to.
Just
put
keep
it
it
to
real.
that
If you want to
story.
be petty, you can be petty.
Nah, not at all. Nah,
just saying.
not at all. It was actually
Throw
about
that.
a chick who I took to the islands. And when I took her
Val,
down to
come
the,
on.
no bullshit.
Come
Listen,
on,
no
Val.
bullshit. I took the girl to the islands, and the whole time she was, fronting like she didn't have a dude or whatever. So when we got back home, my partner Slim was like, "Yo, did you know da 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 da?" And I was like,
It was
I ain't
Future
spoke to her.
bitch?
She ain't.
It was Future
nah,
bitch?
nah, I had nothing to do with
Come
it. Nah, I swear to God, I had nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. And when I seen who the nigga was, nigga's a celebrity. The nigga's a real sucker though. So when I seen it, that's why I was like, oh shit, like I really had your bitch in the Bahamas, and I see you now on Instagram hugging, loving, holding her hand, kissing her now. Oh, that's just not the player move. Like her mouth was in places. And so when I saw it, but the crazy shit is, she actually called me. And when she called me, she said, hey, look, can you just say like, we was just broke, like we was just kicking it, right? When I was in Atlanta, like we wasn't doing nothing, right?
Oh,
It's
it's
the first time.
Atlanta.
I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? But my mind clicked like, oh shit, she in front of her dude. Like, I'm gonna just play along with it. Nah, we cool. We ain't never did nothing. Just to save her little relationship she had going on. But I didn't know who the nigga was. When I seen who the nigga was, I was like, oh, this nigga. And that's what prompted me to put the tweet up about the broad.
Shit got real. Bow Wow lost me all the way.
Yeah. So that's how it happened.
I don't know what's going on.
No.
I'm lost. I don't know what's going on either.
Yeah. I'm old as fuck. I'm 40 years old. So.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
But
I'm in the Caribbean.
listen, Bow Wow my nigga, so I believe him. It's alright. Whatever.
What do you
Whatever.
believe?
I mean, I got
what
the
do you
pictures.
believe
I
in?
have no idea. Just whatever he said.
It's true.
Whatever he said, whatever he said.
So
I
in. I'm
Look,
in.
don't do it. Don't do it.
What?
Nah, cause he
Nah,
know
do
about
it,
the
do
My
truth.
nigga got on polo pajamas right now. Listen, polo.
Can't be telling him
Yo,
what to
listen,
do.
Bow. Listen, you're a great person. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Always.
Look, Bow, and that's the great thing about you. The thing is, it's a great conversation I just heard the other day. And they said, you hear a great artist. They say, yeah, all right, cool. Well, they artistry starts from such and such. But when it's new school artists, you get to see them make mistakes from 14 all the way up. Because we didn't have that back then. Like back then, you had to like do something in order for people to even recognize you. But the new generation, they can
different.
throw out a record, and you can see their mistakes from the very beginning. And our era, we really like, you had to actually have a record label. Like YouTube is everybody's record label.
Absolutely.
I want to say,
Instagram
you speak
is
on what you're
everybody.
saying though.
Go ahead.
Like Bow Wow didn't make no mistakes. Like
No.
It's
I
Bow
was
Wow,
speaking.
but-
I was speaking about Bow Wow.
I'm just saying. I think
Younger generation, I'm saying.
which is really weird because people always really got something to say about Bow Wow. He never really.
Not me. That's
Bow
my
Wow's
nigga. I'll
like
be bigger than
Bow
more.
Wow's like the funds,
The
like
Fonz?
Funzy.
Like Fonzie.
Yeah.
My nigga that used to pop his collar?
Yeah, Fonzie, bro.
Yes, he
And
is.
Bow Wow's
Laverne and Shirley
Like Bow
and,
Bow Wow's like
Happy Days.
niggas is mad at Bow Wow because he fucked they bitches.
Go ahead, Bow Wow.
Damn,
This your
Fonzie.
time. It's your time, Bow Wow.
Fonzie, why you
You
fucking
might as
other
well.
bitches?
Bow
you
Wow.
talking
You want a shot? Come on.
But it's facts.
I'ma end it like that. I'm just saying, like you ain't really got no reason to be
I
mad
seen
at
you
Bow
in
Wow.
Puff Daddy Pool, my nigga. I seen you.
Yeah, we was there.
You get it in.
He calls
Bow.
me. When
I gotta catch this call. I'm gonna catch it to the
all right,
club.
listen.
Oh, we gotta
All right.
take. We gotta.
Oh, you going out?
We'll do a
Yeah.
picture.
You gonna do it?
Wait,
All right.
wait. We gotta end it.
We gotta do a picture and a drop.
Yeah.
Listen, thank y'all. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, cause Bow Wow, thank
My
you
nigga.
for coming, Bow Wow.
Always, man.
But
But Bow Wow's a
always-
big supporter of this show, by the way.
Nah,
Thank you
nah,
very
that's,
much.
that's all nigga.
And he was a great guest. Great guest.
Already.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Just in case both of y'all don't know, I'm gonna reiterate what we represent. There has never been an outlet in media where a rapper is controlling what rap media listens to.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it. I don't know how the fuck me and this motherfucker came up with this idea. But for some reason, people come in, tune in, and they listen to this. And if you don't believe me, you will see it on your social media. You will see it. Because you seen it when you did Rap Radar.
Shots.
It's my man. I know this nigga since Impact Convention. All right. But that's our people. We're not dissing them.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be in competition with nobody. But that's not what we do. We just want to
I mean, you was really trolling them that day.
No. I was trolling you that day. Because I know me and you were cooler.
You wasn't trolling me. You was trolling them.
Nah, I was trolling you. I'm just keeping it honest. I'm 100% honest.
You was like, JD don't fuck with them.
Listen. That time in Impact Convention in Reno, Nevada, I don't know if you know, them niggas would have killed all of us. It's West Coast against everybody that day. So anybody who stood in that lobby, I respect it. And I
never felt any. They were never talking about me.
Nah, cause you.
By the way, let's go back to the Puff Daddy thing.
Yeah, because
they
you know
was never
why?
talking about me.
You know why, JD? You made global music. I made street music at that time. I made music, and especially I had a record called LA. So I stood down there, and there was only a couple of people that stood down there. And you stood down, and I said, "Yo, JD, can I buy you a drink?" And you said that shit to me. You said, "I want Dom Perignon." I said, "Damn, I didn't know what that was." I turned around, Neil Levine said, "He want what?" I said, "Dom Perignon." That shit was like $4.60 at that time. I said, "I can't."
In Reno too. That's
In
bad.
Reno. I said, "I can't tell a nigga I ain't got it." The president of the record label sent it to him. I said, "I'm good." Now, anytime I see JD, and you know what? These years later, you probably didn't even know what that moment meant to me. You was probably the only East Coast nigga that stood there and standing with me. I don't even want to talk about. There's other people that was there, but they went upstairs. At some point, they found their girl, and I stood there. You know, the only person I stood there with, my Uncle Wise. This is my mother's brother, and my Uncle Wise just stood there, and you didn't know what you did. You just like, yeah. I said, "Yo, let me buy you a drink." And you said, "Yeah, I drink Dom Perignon." I didn't know what that was, but I went and I did that, and you stood there with me. And then E40 walked. This is all on the podcast. This is all documented. And then E40 came because they were all right there, but they were like, "That nigga made LA." But now I'm on the Superdog. What? I got the #1 record in the country. Y'all niggas gotta relax. But I don't know how to tell them relax. I don't know how, but I'm like, yo, I'm not a sucker. I stood right in front of them niggas. And then E40 came, and then Jermaine Dupri came. Yeah, I know you don't even know this. I know.